What's going on, everybody? I really wish that when I switched from the countdown to the launch, that there wasn't that just 1 second delay where it goes back to my screen. It'd be a little smoother. One day, right? We can all dream and hope and aspire to be better entertainers. Hello, good morning. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome back to the Doodle Stream. Nice to see you all. Thank you for spending a little of your time on this Friday morning, my morning, maybe it's afternoon or evening for you, as I attempt to draw out and doodle your ideas and suggestions from the chat. Just in case you've never been here, we are streaming live to YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. So you have 3 different options. Just in case maybe you're a little confused if I'm talking to myself, or what's all this stuff in the chat that they're going on about? There's nobody in there but me. There are a couple different places where we are live streaming, so just keep that in mind. There's a little bit of insanity, not a lot of insanity, just a little bit, just a dash of insanity. We are usually talking to somebody. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the awesome folks that support my work over on Patreon. Please consider supporting what I do on Patreon. If you like stuff like this, shows like this, if you like seeing the artwork I post online every single day, consider supporting me over there. It does mean a lot, makes a huge, huge difference for me and my family. This is how we pay the bills, ladies and gentlemen. This is my job. So you can find out more details at patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. You can join for as little as $1 a month. But there's also other options. You could go to 5 or 10 or 20 or 50 or even 100. Beyond the Brick currently is my single platinum tier supporter. I definitely appreciate them. That's why their name is in blue on the list. But everybody you see, all the names you see before you have pledged their support, and I thank them. Part of your reward is a shout out during all videos and all live streams. So thank you guys again for what you do to help make stuff like this possible. I don't really have any other announcements today. I was really hoping that I could share that the 2020 and 2019 Doodle Stream extra prints were available for sale, but I'm still waiting to make sure everybody got them because I do have extras, but I have extras because I want to make sure that everybody that pre-ordered them didn't have any issues in the mail. So unfortunately, they're taking a long time. I think Dude told me just like yesterday that he got his. So that was like a 14-day transit from Connecticut to Tennessee to get his print. So still waiting. So unfortunately, those are not available. They will be. They will be. But still just hanging off onto that. And nothing super crazy to announce anywhere else. Kind of business as usual. If you wanted to grab any of the Lego-related stuff, any of the Lego-related stickers or prints, I know I said last week that that was kind of the last weekend before I offered them all up to somebody who offered to buy the rest of them, and I've just been busy and I haven't done it. So my busyness is your fortune. So you have another day or two if you want to grab any of that. I have finally sold out of all of the wear a mask stickers. Those are gone. I have sold out. There was one other thing I sold out of. What was it? I can't remember what it was. It was something. But for the most part, I still have a lot of that stuff. So let me know. I don't have a photo of it. I've already purged that from my desktop. But yes, all that stuff is out. Just in case you've been living under a rock and haven't seen any of my posts, I am totally out of the Lego art game. So as per that direction, we do not honor Lego related requests anymore on this stream. I am sorry. But I do appreciate all of my Lego friends being here, and I appreciate you guys understanding that decision. But yeah, if you want to grab any of that stuff before it's gone, hit me up, let me know. Send me an email, send me a private message. You can find me on all the socials. There you go. There's my website, KevinAhinkle.com, or you can find me on at Mr. Kevin Hinkle or at MrHinkleDraws. Those all work perfectly fine to reach me. So helping me out today, I immediately think about last week. No, Jeff is not here. Ken's here.
Hey.
What's up, Ken?
Doc like rubbed the lamp and got his wish.
Yes, I guess he did. So, Ken, as always, I thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Ken is the OG Doodle Stream MC. He is a pro.
We can only try.
So, but as always, I appreciate Ken and all the people that join me on stream to make sure that we get all of your ideas and suggestions captured. And Ken's already been doing that. They're already flying into the private chat. So just in case you don't know how this works, throw your ideas, suggestions in the chat, and then my lovely assistant will grab them and throw them into the private chat. So you do not need to spam your suggestions. You can make as many suggestions as you wish, but you don't need to say the same one over and over again. They've already been caught. They've been caught in the net. And today's all about food. So this is the first time we're going to repeat a theme, and there are a handful of them that we're going to be repeating this year that we did last year. But this is actually one of the earliest themes I ever did was food, right? And we can always talk about food. Talk about food forever. Hello to everybody who's already here, who's already in the chat. Hello, Doc Sampson, Funny Figs. Let's see, Fazoom, Larry. What's up, Larry? Who else we got? We got other people. Teddy's watching. Hello, Teddy. And I think I saw Matt. Yeah, Matt's on Twitch. Hello, Matt. Maybe the only Twitch viewer. Lindsay's.
You got me over there too, you know.
Oh, that's right. You are a pro at having. Oh, there's your comment.
I have all the streams open.
I was scrolling down. I'm like, there you go.
Mike's over on Facebook with a suggestion that doesn't sound very family friendly. The Milwaukee Brewers sausage races.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Is it like
Oh yeah, they're people in sausage costumes running around the track.
That sounds not very.
It's all the sausage mascots from the Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh my goodness! What's up, Bama Bricks? That's great. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna pick. That's so funny. I'm gonna pick something to start drawing, and I'm gonna let Ken take the reins on chat. Make sure you guys are all feeling welcome and cozy. Let's see. I think I need to start with coffee though, because I'm drinking coffee. Coffee is what usually starts my day.
Yep, and you got a couple of requests for that. Rebecca Addison on Facebook said you're going to draw a big old pot of coffee, and
yeah, look at that.
We also had Teddy Lyons wanting a coffee cup.
Nice. All right, let's do some coffee. Let's see. Oh, Tintin. Yep. Tintin. The Adventures of Tintin. All right, let's see. Where did you go, Teddy? There you are. All right, put that on the screen so you guys can see what we're going to start drawing. Remember, if you are watching on YouTube, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I think most of you are, but just in case.
It's funny. I always pop out the chat and then I close the windows to save the bandwidth, and I always forget to hit the like.
That's okay. And then, yeah, if you're watching on Facebook, you can also like the stream there too. It does. StreamYard loves to tell me who likes the stream or all the engagements on Facebook. It's kind of cool, but I don't like that it doesn't do that for anything else. All right, let me draw this. Let me draw this. I don't even think I don't need reference for this. Who needs reference for this? We're gonna draw.
The reference is right in front of you.
It is actually. You're a coffee drinker, right, Ken?
No, I tried. Oh. It upset my stomach too much.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought we had had this discussion before once upon a time.
No, I take the ADD medication instead, so that keeps me pretty wired all day.
Do you drink tea?
Sometimes, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I do. Usually, usually it's in the evening, so I do the uncaffeinated, caffeine.
Gotcha. Understood.
I only do energy drinks like very early in the day, like before noon. Otherwise, I'm up all night. Sticks too long.
Draw Jeff's coffee. Were you listening to the episode? I don't think that was last week. I think that was the week before, Ken. Where we all thought Jeff was messing with me because he almost wasn't listening at all to what I was saying. Were you here? Did you hear that one?
I think I caught the edge of that conversation.
I thought I was crazy. I was like, I'm like, he just keeps like, he's not acknowledging anything I'm saying.
What was it? Like a
He just, like he said, he had very little sleep and he hadn't had any coffee yet for the day.
Yeah, no, I did catch that. Yeah,
But it was like,
I think I came in right when you started talking about that, and so I missed like the part where he wasn't listening to you. But then, yeah,
I just thought it was like a joke. I'm like, yeah, come on.
No, I woke up before, I set so normally my alarm goes off at 3:30, my first alarm. I sometimes snooze that until 4, and so I turned those two off, and I woke up at like 4:15.
Yeah.
And because my alarm didn't go off, my dog wasn't awake. So he was like, "Why are you getting out of bed?" Like he was laying on top of my legs. I'm like, "Come on, dude, I got to get out of bed so I can feed you." And
yeah. Hey, thank you for the follow, SamX0401. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. We're just drawing a cup of coffee. As what is occurring right now. That's such a good drawing. Good job. Thank you. Oh, it just got spookier in here. Did I miss Ghost Frickin' Talking? Hello, Ghost Frickin' Talking. And I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook as well, just in case anyone is confused. I don't have the chat on my screen. One day, I'll be a professional. One day. All right. I think Doc had suggested me putting my own logo on this cup.
oh, did I miss that?
Hello, Pink Wheels 3.
It's hard to track. Like I know StreamYard consolidates all the
Yeah.
chats into the one, but it's hard to follow because I have all 4 open, right? So that way I can reply and stuff like that. And then I'm like, oh wait, I got to copy it from StreamYard so I get the timestamp.
Yep. This is why Ken is the OG right here.
Yeah.
He is like,
my process has changed and I haven't gotten used to it yet.
Well, and me adding a third platform doesn't.
Right. Oh yeah.
Doesn't really. But I'm kind of happy. It seems like more people are getting a chance to see the stream and participate, which is fun. I definitely feel like there's some folks that I don't see regularly elsewhere, except when I'm streaming here. So that's good. That's fun. Hello, Juan, over there on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, hello. Let's see.
Oh, Doc bounced over to the Twitch side.
Yeah, that's also kind of fun. Seeing people that like they hop back and forth between. Usually it's like people want to go where all the action is, where everyone's like chatting and stuff. Oh, what's up, Jeff? Jeff has arrived, everybody. Stop talking about him. He's here. I'm trying to think of like a fictional coffee brand. Mr. Oh, the logo wouldn't be going backwards towards the handle. What are you doing, Kevin?
No.
That's like, oh well, no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be.
Oh, because if you're holding the cup, it should be on the other side, right?
I mean, it wouldn't be wrapping around all the way back to the back of the hand. Let me readjust this. Well, our doodles have sophistication. So yeah, this actually, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I actually don't like doing this when I. Oops, don't do that. When I do this, because I like to just sketch, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit. All right, here we go. Here it is. Here we go. Oh boy, it's Jeff, says Fazoom. I hope everyone.
Yeah, Doc was the one that said put your logo on there, but then Funny Fig said put a Hinkle in your cup. No, got to workshop that one.
Yeah, maybe.
It might not be the right.
Got to workshop that one. Is this schoolyard bullying I'm seeing right now, says Ray?
Trying to make sure I'm scrolling back to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah. And then the chat jumps on me.
Yeah, I hate it when I'm here in StreamYard and then it's like the chat stops scrolling. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I click it and it's like, oh, there's like 50 messages. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. If this is a coffee brand, the marketing people would be like, well, don't use all capitals because that's not as inviting. Yeah, Fridays are usually a 2 coffee cup in the morning kind of day. I usually do only 1 cup in the morning, but
but Fridays you end up with 2.
Well, Friday, because I also get up at 5 on Fridays so that I can go to the gym before I do this.
Oh man,
which is not the normal. I don't normally do that.
That's the part that I haven't figured out yet. Is like, see, I can't talk and reply to people at the same time.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nope, that's
I would be
right.
a terrible dispatcher. I've always said I'd be a terrible dispatcher. But I work 12s. I work 12-hour days, so I have to clock in before 6 and I have to clock out after 6.
Yeah.
And so, add the commute time because I actually work in a physical plant, so add the commute time, and then getting ready and winding down and going to bed and everything else and eating dinner. Like, there's literally no time in my day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like on a work week, it's gone. And so it's like I really want to get back into the idea of working out or something, but
there's just no time to be had.
Yeah.
All right, I'm finished with that coffee cup. Let me pick another thing. Let's see. We got lots of ideas. Good stuff here. Let's see. Made of what is this? Made of horses. What's made of horses?
Doc saying that you need to do something farm related.
Oh no.
So we need good farm to table drawings. Actually made of horses and radishes. Or a radish riding a horse.
Oh, radish riding a horse. What's wrong? That's abuse.
Yeah, that's a Doc thing or Doc session for sure.
That's abusive to me. Let's see, banana. Oh yeah, banana cupcake.
The VeggieTales thing early on, and like Doc was like, "Oh, is that actually food?" Like that's the whole like robots thing all over again.
A banana cupcake filled with caramel dipped in chocolate ganache and topped with a peanut butter cream. Wow, that's very specific. That's very. Oh, we got a lot of great ones. There's all kinds of good stuff in here. You guys never cease to amaze me. I need to pick one though. Bob and Larry VeggieTales. I've drawn both of them a couple times now, actually, during the duration of the stream.
I seem to remember you drawing them. I think probably during one of the times I was hosting, even.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't think I've ever drawn them in the color part of it.
Oh.
But I think they've all been black and white. Let's see. Okay, let's do this cupcake one. Sure. Let's see. 952. Oh, that's already gone. Wow. So yeah, the chat is flying today. So
it's hard to keep up with.
So that one's already
just tracking the comments is requiring like all my attention.
Yeah.
The suggestions.
So yeah. So you so Sam, since you are a newcomer to the stream, again, welcome. I appreciate you being here. I usually pick a theme for the stream. So today's theme is food, as you'll see scrolling on the bottom. Just to give it some kind of guideposts, as it were. It can be pretty broad, but something food related is the goal. A peanut butter cream. I mean, how do I even?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what Funny Figs was saying there. Peanut butter cream. The double butter is important. So peanut butter cookie.
Just imagine it is. Yeah, no need to apologize, Sam. Just letting you know.
Is that what that cookie?
I don't know. You got to use your imagination. Imagine this is exactly the way you want it to be. The double butter is important.
No, it's well, I don't know. When I Googled it, it came up as like a cupcake.
Yeah. I mean, yes. I see. I'm gonna draw what I see. And that's how we're gonna take this one.
Okay.
Okay. Ew, butter on a Pop-Tart.
Sam really wants a shark.
What on earth? What on earth?
So Sam says a shark eating sushi with chopsticks, would that be like a cannibalism?
I mean, a little. Well, no. I mean, sharks eat fish all the time, don't they?
Yeah, I
Right?
guess. Yeah, no,
Isn't that
you're right.
what
You're right. Yeah, yeah.
you
That's
had
true.
me for a second, though?
Yeah.
Like that's their natural food source. But I almost forgot what sharks eat. It's like, oh no, what do sharks actually eat?
Oh man, I just realized like I'm totally behind. The Zoom said I'm trying to remember how to pronounce it. The Flidmitzfer.
Oh yeah.
Claudia the Chance of Meatballs.
I wasn't even looking, and you saying that, I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
The flourish of her.
Okay, man. Like I have to find, okay, like I copied that one, go back to that one now, read through forward again, and hope it doesn't jump on me. And
Yeah.
oh, there it goes. Oh yeah, funny figs is repeating stuff from the wife. We have no idea what it means either. That's all from my wife.
The marching orders. Here's your marching orders.
Yeah. Buttercream frosting made out of peanut butter.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. So detailed and calming. I appreciate that. I started adding that tag when I put up the streams, is like satisfying and like stuff that is like calming, because I'm like, people have said that a lot in the stream. So I'm like, you know what? I think that is validated my use of that in the old SEO. This one, the one I'm looking at, has a mini Reese's peanut butter cup, which I am quite partial to. So I'm going to put it up
here. Hey Cody, welcome to the stream.
Hello, Cody. Welcome. And so we're still in. We're also still just in the warm-up phase.
Yep, for Sam and the other new viewers, Kevin does an hour and a half of black and white, and then he does an hour and a half of black and white, and then adds color to it. So if you have something you really want to see in color,
yeah, it's strategic. You can hold off if you want. You don't have to, but some people have learned the routine, and they're strategic and they're suggesting. But that's when the gloves come off. Is the second half. It's like, okay, you've done enough.
Nice and warmed up, so you get the really good drawings. Which, I mean, some of your early ones, like even right now, it's, yeah, I don't think you need a warm-up period anymore.
I mean, I'll take the compliment. I still want it. Can we go back to the butter on the Pop-Tart? Because that's not okay.
Oh, wait, yeah. No.
No.
even when I could eat Pop-Tarts, just no.
Just no.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick another one. Let's see. Okay.
Doc, I'm going to assume that your question is actually a request for a frosted Pop-Tart.
Robotic hand holding an apple. What's up, Howie?
I think I saved that, yeah.
Robotic hand holding an apple. We did hands last week.
Yeah. We're not going back to robots.
Let's do it. Yeah, dumpling for Chinese New Year is a great suggestion. Let's see, 1025 from Pink Wheels. Where did that go?
There's a song about butter on a Pop-Tart.
Oh, is there?
Apparently.
I am a big dumplings fan. I like dumplings. I didn't realize that was a song.
Funny Fig's wife says, "Thank you for the cupcake, Mr. Hinkle."
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And I think I misspoke last week when I said Ray had a stream on the weekend. I think his stream is this weekend. If you guys want more art streaming, then check out Funny Figs.
Well, so Doc was asking if you put butter on a Pop-Tart, would you put butter on a plain Pop-Tart or a frosted Pop-Tart? That was his question.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't put butter on a Pop-Tart.
I was like, I wouldn't do either. I would do neither of these things.
Since
right.
we have a couple more Facebook viewers.
Hello.
I think Mike Everly was already over there, but we have Andrew Nickerson.
Oh, what's up? What's going on? Hello. Welcome. Yeah, I feel like like I said, it's helped some folks hit the stream, which is good. And it was already something that StreamYard was offering. So I was like, okay, go ahead, I guess.
Yeah, you had to. It was an upgrade, right? To be able to do 3.
No, it was part of what I already had.
Oh, okay, cool.
They upgraded, so they made a change on their end, saying if you have the paid version, we've now made it so that you can stream to 3 platforms instead of 2.
Nice.
And they had done that for a while. It had been like that for a couple months, and I just hadn't activated it. And I was like, okay. And, it was the new year, and I was talking about trying to grow the stream and grow the channels and reach new audiences. So I said, Kevin, if that's what you want to do, you need to change up some of the stuff you're doing. Can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results.
You see, funny fix. That $5 I sent you becomes more and more valuable with each plug.
Yeah, it does. I do send you money. Oops. They really have, though, Ray. They have lost their minds on whatever is going on in this Pop-Tart discussion.
Yeah, I'm kind of skimming over it now.
So, Ken, what's your favorite type of food, if you have one?
Type?
Or if you have a favorite dish or something, I don't know.
I'm such a what do they call those people that are like food nerds, but they're like
a foodie? Right?
I'm such an opposite.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that as a kid I was a really picky eater, so I didn't eat like my dad was a picky eater. He didn't like exotic food, so my mom never made anything more exotic than spaghetti.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what I grew up with. And then even then I'm like, I don't want to eat whatever. And so, when I became an adult, I really pushed that envelope and really expanded my mind.
Good.
So then, I probably did that for about 10 years. I'm like, hey, this is all great food. And then I found out I had food allergies. So yeah. And it's a dairy allergy. So that really limits what I can and can't eat.
Yeah.
So I used to love pizza. We'd order pizza once a week.
Yeah.
And I'd be all over that, but I can't do it now. So I mean, there's I could do a barbecue chicken pizza that doesn't use cheese and stuff like that. But what I've really learned to love, and she does a really good job without cheese, is my mother-in-law's enchiladas.
Yeah.
She makes the best enchiladas because she is half Mexican Indian and half Mexican. And so she is she knows.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. It's absolutely in the blood.
Yeah.
And so she makes really awesome enchiladas. So every time she comes to visit, she makes us enchiladas, and she always makes she uses a separate pan and makes a separate dish of cheeseless ones just for me. Because you can't have the cheese melting and bleeding over on a mine or any, can't do any of that.
Cross-contamination.
Cross-contamination is a real thing. So she does me my own dish of enchiladas, and they're really good.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I am quite used to any and all types of Mexican food.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Mexican as a kid was Taco Bell, or tacos and burritos.
Yeah.
That was probably about it.
Yep.
Enchilada casserole, but I don't think that's even really Mexican.
No, casserole is not in general.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. So, and even though I grew up in Southern California, that's, and it's more than 50% Hispanic, I still didn't, until I married Randy, I really didn't understand Mexican food.
Yeah, sure.
So.
Totally understandable. Ghost Freaking Talking says, we plug Kevin free of charge. This is true. I have appreciated the extra outside of our prearranged agreement of of the October time frame of marketing. I appreciate that. I also noticed they have a new podcast up, so I'm like, uh-oh, am I getting spoiled? Are we getting back to weekly? I don't know if I can handle that.
Canadian Papa B's here, and he's ready to go with food.
Papa B, yep. Is that really? Is there a food transformer? What's up, Milan? All right, and then I think to finish this one up, we'll just do some chops.
Yeah, Doc, I don't do Taco Bell anymore. I'm just saying, when I was a kid, that was the thing.
Yeah.
And I doubt, like, as a kid, if I saw a food truck, I'd probably be like, no, I'm not going to eat that.
Food truck food is, I mean, if you get good stuff, it's great.
It's crazy good, yeah. If you get the right ones, it's crazy good.
It's like a risky business. All right, there we go.
Well, we have a lot of breweries here with a lot of food trucks at the brewery, so.
There's our little tray of dumplings.
Awesome.
I am a big fan of dumplings myself.
I had, so, like Taco Bell versus Mexican food, so the same thing applies for ramen noodles versus Japanese ramen. Yeah. And we actually went to Randy went to the Japanese restaurant for me because I was working and brought home actual, true Japanese ramen.
The real ramen.
The real with like the egg and the.
Oh, yeah.
All the stuff in it. It was really good.
Exactly. Yeah, now hopefully I don't make too many people hungry today.
Oh, yeah, you better have food nearby because you're gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let me go through. I'll go through the private chat and pick another suggestion here.
Almost missed that suggestion, Canadian Papa B, but I got it now.
Food of choice. Oh goodness. Yeah, see, that's a shame, Jeff. Always had terrible experience with food trucks. That's a darn shame. Pinkies up, food trucks in town. Pinkies up.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, I need to pick another thing. All right, let's go a little bit different direction on this one. Let maybe do one of these slightly character focused ones. Let's see. What was the one that Sam's our new person? What did Sam ask for? A shark, right?
Shark eating something. So
sushi?
Shark eating sushi with chopsticks, which I'm not sure how the sharks can use the chopsticks. Or
we'll figure it out.
Or the other one was shark eating a sandwich.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Oh, well, okay. Where was the other one with a sandwich?
I don't think I saved it, but it was on Twitch. It was just before the other one.
Oh, okay.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, because I mean, a shark eating a sandwich. That'd be cool.
There you go.
Let's see. Oh, what's up, Cam? Cam watching over on YouTube. Had to go make waffles. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the casualty. The casualty of this is all of a sudden everyone's gonna eat something. Pinkies up, fin on the shark. All right, there you go. Thank you, Ken, for putting that on there. And Sam, if you're still there and you throw that suggestion back in the chat, I can replace the comment on the screen with yours. It's not a problem. Hannibal eating brains. Oh my goodness.
Do I need to set my icon over on Twitch side or something?
Do you not have one over there?
Not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. Let's see. Shark. I just want to look at a shark. Let's see what we got here.
Man, I'm sad to see that Jeff and Funny Figs haven't had good experience with food trucks.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, I've had some where I haven't had either, but for the most part, they've been good.
I don't know. I'm sure I have, but I can't think of any. They're pretty good out here. They wouldn't last long. So the Colorado each state has different laws as in regards to a brewery and how they operate and what their official name is. And so here in Colorado, you can be a brewery, but you can't serve food. Or if you want to be a brew pub, then at least 25% of your income has to come from food. And so what a lot of places will do is they'll just be a brewery and not do any food at all, but then they'll have a food truck come by. And so since we have so many breweries, there's a lot of food trucks to support them.
That's kind of ingenious and also like not a bad idea. It's like, you know, a little what do I want to say? Like a little ecosystem being built up, kind of.
Oh yeah. Well, and it makes it on the brewery side. It makes it so you don't have to support a kitchen. You know, you can still have people come in. The people want to seek you out, but you don't have to have the support of the kitchen and waiters and tables and blah blah blah. And so it just makes it a little easier to work with. Which 25% of income through food it's not really that hard. You can do like pre-cooked things and like, hey, we got a microwave, heat up your pretzel or whatever. But it gets kind of lame. So just having the food truck makes it a lot easier.
What's up, Steve? Steve's watching over on Facebook. Looks like. Hello.
And also the like you still have to follow the health inspector codes and everything, but it just again it makes it a little easier because you don't have an actual kitchen.
Yeah. So. Gotcha.
The shark's just taking a break from being a shark.
Yeah, he is. Do sharks have tongues?
Presume says Shark's Sandwich was a Spinal Tap album.
Was it?
I guess.
That is interesting. That is peculiar. Let's see.
Oh, that's actually a request. Okay. So Steven Struble says, please draw aspic, which I had to look it up. It's a savory jelly made with meat stock set in a mold and used to contain pieces of meat, seafood, or eggs.
Oh, what?
It sounds not great.
Yes. Sharks do always smile. What's up, Joseph Zawada?
And even though it sounds not great, I will absolutely save that request.
I'm going to give this shark a little bit of a gut. Let's see what I want to do here. The sandwich. I don't know if I like that fin. I'll fix it. So I'm up to, so we're going to take this conversation into a different realm. Because as I've mentioned before on stream, for some reason, Ken is my go-to anime guy, even though that doesn't quite make sense, but he will be.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I get like, I wouldn't think I watch a lot of it, but
I don't know. I guess it's like maybe because you were like really the first person to ask for some of those suggestions back in the day, and I was like, okay, and so like you just in my mind became that.
Well, I mean, I just have friends that are really into it, but then I realized that probably at this point I might have surpassed them. I don't know, you know, like because I've been watching so much over the last couple of years.
Yeah. So I'm at in my current one is Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm at like episode 39.
Oh, you might have me past then.
39 out of 51, I think, is what it says on Netflix at least. I mean, I am a little worried because I'm like, is this all of this show?
No, but there's a second. There's more.
Okay.
It's different. It's a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Okay, all right. They have that on there too. So I'm because I'm still a little salty that like I watched One Punch Man and then
I know
there was not another season on the platform I watched the first season. I'm like, really? Okay, that was a little upsetting.
I mean, I know all things that all good things have to come to an end, but like all the shows I really get into, I really hate it when they do that to me. Like, where's my list? No, I don't want that on my list. There, I want that. Just figure out Netflix thing. And so like the Disastrous Life of Psyche K that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
I mean, technically 3 seasons, but the third season's only 2 episodes or 3 episodes. And so
really?
Yeah, I mean,
that's odd.
And I think the manga went a little bit further than the anime did. Oh, so where were you at on Full Metal?
I think I'm like on 39. I think.
Oh, okay, I'm on 29.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the 30s. I think I'm about to be done with the 30s.
Okay.
And yeah, it's very interesting because as I was saying, like it started off. I mean, it didn't start off like super happy-go-lucky, but then it got really dark, and I was like, "Whoa!" And it like got dark really fast, and then it kind of eased up on it for a little while. And
yeah, I think I'm in the dark section.
Yeah, it's interesting. don't really know what else to say. But we hit a point in it right now where I'm like, where are we going?
Right.
Like where is this all? Like, there's some interesting little bits here, but like the story just keeps expanding, expanding.
So
expanding.
Funny Fig says Full Metal Alchemist. I assume he's Full Metal Alchemist versus Brotherhood is weird because they're sort of the same show done with two different tones and vastly different endings.
Are they connected? I assume they are.
I assume they are. And there's also I think a live action, and I'm under the impression live action is pretty strange.
Oh, there's
like,
a live action one?
Yeah, like how do you make that live action? And apparently they did, and it's because of the tone of the show, it makes it pretty strange.
Gotcha. What is up, Gold Light Pictures? Hello. Jabberjaw. It's kind of Jabberjaw-ish. I looked up cartoon shark because I started drawing it from like just a regular picture of a shark, and I'm like, this is not working.
Oh, banana split. I feel like you did a banana split last year, but it's been long enough. I think it's okay.
I did a banana split specifically. It was a really, really interesting suggestion because it was a banana split with like cherries, like sailing at like a boat. If that rings any bells.
That does.
So they're like the little cherries were like rowing, and it was a boat. It was a good one. It was one of my favorite ones from the year. It was a really interesting way to.
I'm gonna find it.
Go about it, but yeah, that was. I think that was in 2019. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was 2020. So I was actually gonna put him like sitting on a chair, but he's a shark. He's in the water, even though he's eating a sandwich. There's no logic here. Stop looking for logic.
It either wasn't one that I moderated or I didn't save the comment in my notes because I couldn't find it.
Yeah. It's definitely, I put it on the print.
I do remember it. Oh, okay.
Remember putting that one on the print.
Yeah, I kind of was like, I should buy the print because, I'm like on it, but I have no wall space.
That's true. You are physically on it.
Yeah, and like what little wall space I have has your stuff hanging. So
that is very true. You are literally on it. It's okay though. Brewster's on both, and he didn't buy it. I was like, all right.
Cafe Corner says, Kevin, I saw a movie the other day, and you were in it.
Oh, what movie was that?
Probably a Lego Brickumentary, or
maybe my one and only IMDb credit. Let's see. I guess we'll shrink it a little bit more.
Let's see that right. Yeah.
There we go. There's our shark eating a sandwich.
Unfortunately, Sam stopped replying, so I'm afraid that they might have missed seeing it.
Too soon. Yeah. All right. Let me get another one here. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it, Mrs. Buttersworth. That's a good one.
So right. Funny Fig says, I don't want to turn this into a Full Metal Alchemist stream, but basically they made the show before the comic, and so it was. Or before the comic was finished, so that the comic that or the manga that it was based on wasn't done yet, and so they kind of guessed how it was going to end, but then the manga finished and they just made the show again, but way goofier and with the right ending.
What is this?
That's the Brotherhood. So the Brotherhood version is following the manga, whereas the non-Brotherhood version is kind of a guess on how they're going to end the series.
Oh, that is kind of super fascinating.
Yeah,
actually.
That's really good to know. Thank you, Funny Fix.
I'm gonna do Mrs. Buttersworth, and I was admiring Mike's Facebook image. His
Jeff
profile.
says Kevin was young; he needed the money.
When and yes.
When you were
when and oh, okay, yes. Hello there, Hunter Hill. Thank you for watching.
As long as the shark doesn't sing Baby Shark, I'm happy. I had no idea what that was until I started my new job, and my coworkers were like, "Oh, you don't know who Baby Shark is?" Because I don't have kids. Like, you got to look it up, and they're like, "Oh, it's gonna get stuck in your head." And I watched the little video, and I'm like, "Yeah, it didn't get stuck in my head." But then when I saw Baby Shark stuff at Walmart, I knew what it was.
Yep.
I'm like, I would have had, with this comment, I would have had no idea.
My younger son is all about it. I got him one of the toys, probably the same. Well, no, they have a bunch of toys now, but it was one of the dolls that plays the song, and I got him that for Christmas, and he loved it. It doesn't bother me. Like I am not phased by little jingles and songs and stuff that just go on and on and on. Like it does not do anything to me. Even if I don't like it, it's not like it bothers me to listen to it. I think I'm immune to the effects.
Yeah,
of
doesn't
stuff.
get stuck in your head.
No, I mean, and even if it does, it doesn't bother me. Like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, and I like I'm not, again, like another one of those, like not being a foodie, I'm also not musically inclined. I enjoy good music, but because I'm not like musically inclined, I don't sing to the songs, and I don't get them stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Aside from that one, the song's being stuck in your head.
Oh yeah, is that right? Pink Wheels? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was where the kind of the connection was from the that thing. That's cool. And those are all gone now, or they're going to be. I got them packaged up. They're ready to go today.
Nice.
After the stream, that's the next thing is to head over to the post office. To the post office.
Lindsay says Baby Shark's constantly in my head.
Yeah, if you've got kids, chances are probably pretty high. I think I'm going to keep, when I finish this, I'm going to do a stack of pancakes next to it, which I think was one of Doc's really early suggestions, I think, too, was pancakes. Do another one of these, like multiple with one hit.
French toast.
Oh, French toast. That's what, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could change it to French toast.
I think I saw a pancake at one point. I don't know. I stopped saving my notes because they were coming in too fast. I could barely get them into the private chat.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good problem. But yes. This is kind of difficult because it's trying to get like the likeness, but also it's like a bottle. So it's not super sharp. It's like bubbly and round, but it's not like the features are very soft on the sculpture of Mrs. Butterworth. If any of this makes any sense.
So, going back to like food as a kid, I grew up on homemade pancakes that I quickly learned how to make myself because, you have to be self-supporting when you're in a family of 8. And they were whole wheat pancakes. And I actually learned how to make my own syrup.
Make your own syrup?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just, well, it's probably not true syrup, but it's just sugar water. And then a little bit of, what do we use? I think it's like syrup. I think it's like a concentrated syrup that we'd add a couple tablespoons of it to it.
It's kind of
and just boil the two together, and then and we had little syrup containers. We poured into those and put them in the fridge, and we'd be good for a couple of days until we ran out.
The face reminds me of Joshua Hanlon. That's a Joshua Hanlon face? That's interesting. I don't know if I see the resemblance there, but okay.
It's funny. Somehow my sister messed up the recipe though, because it's like a 1-for-1 or 2-for-1, and she got it backwards or something, and she made glue.
Don't eat that.
Yeah, well, like the pancakes were stuck to the plate. Like we couldn't even get it off the plate. It was so like solid.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. That reminds me of the very last Ernest P. Worrell film ever made, which was Ernest Goes to the Army, I think, or Ernest in the Army, something like that. And he makes pancakes with he mixes up the bag of cement with something, and so he makes pancakes that are literally like cement discs.
Oh, yeah.
And then he uses them in the movie to like as a weapon to win the day. It's one of those like callbacks where it's like, oh, it's the cement disc pancakes again. That was his last film as Ernest. Of course, it's not the best trilogy.
Making your own maple syrup. You don't want the Canadian maple syrup mafia coming for you. Yeah, you just got to be careful. We used Tupperware instead of Canadian maple syrup containers to put our syrup in.
I like seeing those Canadian maple leaf syrup bottles. Like I see them at my store. I'm sure they're at all the stores, but it's like, syrup in the bottle the shape of a maple leaf.
Oh, I got another suggestion now. Golden Light says suggestion Larry the Cucumber and Bob the Tomato.
Maybe I guess we do that.
How many times do you think you've drawn VeggieTales.
Oh, I could do it again. It's fine.
It's not,
Probably
not on
though.
the ban list.
No, not on the ban list. And the banned list not even really a ban list. It's more like a break. It's like
Right,
a break
yeah.
list. It's like it's too stuck in the in my consciousness because I've done it enough times. It's not there. Let's see.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm with you. I only know. So Jeff says, "What the hell is VeggieTales?" I only know because of actually this stream. Really,
Really?
I've never seen it,
Really?
and yeah.
No, you have no idea.
Well, I mean, I know it's a cartoon.
Yeah, I don't expect you
I've
to be like.
probably seen a commercial for it or something.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I would have.
or
I would have.
maybe it was on and I changed the channel. I mean, but no, I've never watched it.
Well, and that's okay. I wouldn't expect you to have watched it, but I would expect you to know what it is.
Not until people are requesting your doodle. I think I even had to Google it to see what it looked like.
I love it. VeggieTales. VeggieTales. What's up, Joey? Maniac for Bricks is here, and Brick Adjuster is here. Hello to both of you. Let Baby Yoda out of timeout. Dang it.
And you say, oh, well, your nephew's in town every summer. Well, yeah, but he watches YouTube on his phone with a headset because no one wants to listen to it. So I don't get that cross exposure either.
Free Baby Yoda. Ray's gonna make signs. Free Baby Yoda. I mean, is there more to draw? I've already drawn Baby Yoda 4 or 5 times. What else can you do? Draw in the floating like spherical crib. Draw him eating the little like blue circular crackers, and then just do it over and over again.
Oops.
All right, I'm gonna do back to Doc's, I think his earliest, he said French toast and sausage, and we already have our syrup, so let's do a plate with, eating the blue cookies. Yeah, I haven't done that. I'm just saying, like, what else do you do aside from those things? Is that like, if you do that, then I'm okay, then I'm good. The blue nummies, what it's called,
Jeff said his question was still unanswered as far as what is VeggieTales, so I copied it from Wikipedia.
I am not satisfied.
Here you go.
All right, let's do some French toast here, maybe cut it diagonal. That's the only way to cut it. I don't know if it's necessarily looking like French toast, but it is. Use your imagination.
Larry, there's other characters from VeggieTales? I thought there's only the 2.
This is not looking like French toast. Let me try to fix this. Yeah, there's a whole slew of characters, but those are like the main characters.
Okay. The Zoom wants a Baby Yoda drinking soup. I think, well, the scene with the soup and the tentacle coming out, that's pretty good. But I also like the cookies.
Oh yeah, he got eaten. He got eaten by a thing. Forgot about that.
Well, yeah, he did get eaten by a thing too. But I mean, like, he was eating the soup and like the tentacle came out or whatever, and it tried to attack him. And
I got you now.
Mando was like, "Don't play with your food."
I got you now. I was scrambling those two together.
Yeah.
I forgot that he did get. I forgot about a lot of that. I feel like I watched that show 2 years ago. At this point, it is not in any means.
Well, did you watch season 1 when season 1 came out?
No.
Yeah, so no. I didn't either. I watched both season 1 and season 2 this year.
Yeah, so did I. I think we, as a family, had to like kick it off at that same kind of like do both at the same time, but it wasn't like we caught ourselves up so that like we were watching season 2 as it was like coming out, but it was not like we only had to catch up to like 3 episodes or something, and then we were We have a habit of doing that. We've done that a lot with a lot of shows and movies. Like I remember we watched all the Harry Potter movies in one weekend.
Oh yeah.
When the last one was in theaters, it just come to theaters. And yeah, we all hated each other after that was done. But I was like, this is I'm done. I've been tortured.
Yeah, Hunter Hill says the forbidden eggs from Baby Yoda. Like you could pretty much draw Baby Yoda in any kind of food related thing, because that's all he ever did was eat. So
this is
yeah. Brick Adjuster says draw Scarlet Witch, blah blah. So we're doing food themed.
Today is food.
It's food.
Yeah, we do. We do a theme just to have some kind of method to the madness. But you can stretch that out. These are like old school cartoon sausages as opposed to really breakfast sausages. But yeah, just have some kind of method to the madness. So today is all about food, and I pick a different theme. At some point this year, there will be a Marvel themed episode. I can promise you that. There will. Nice. And I'm gonna also do a DC themed episode. I'll figure out when's like a good time. When's like a good marketing time to do that.
It's funny, like the Marvel versus DC fans. Like Randy's totally a Marvel fan, but doesn't like DC at all. Just like,
yeah. Thank you, Mike. Appreciating the Mrs. Butterworth there. Because yeah, see, we got a shark up here eating a sandwich, so we can get a little crazy. But yeah, food is the plan today. All right, where do you go? You go there, maybe. There you go. Oh, yes. Let's do Killer Tomato. We're doing this one. I just saw this one, and I'm like, we have to do Killer Tomato. I remember that.
Right,
I watched
it because that's the one I was just at right now for trying to pick up on the comments.
I watched that cartoon. I'm doing the cartoon for the record. Because I'm pretty sure there's like an actual movie it's based on. I never saw that, but I know there was a cartoon.
Golden Light wants to know if you have a favorite Mandalorian episode.
Oh, probably the one with Ahsoka fighting the whatever that the lady that had like an eye patch. Did she have an eye patch?
Yeah, I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
It was like a whole like Western samurai standoff episode. Yeah, that was pretty good. I know there was a cartoon series. Why am I having difficulties finding it on Google?
Funny Figs says my favorite episode will always be the Frog Lady episode. I assume that's the one with the like probably
forbidden eggs.
Yeah, well, I mean just like in the cavern with the hot tub kind of thing. That's what I think of.
Yes, there's a movie. Oh, she didn't have an eye patch, fake fan. I thought she did. I don't know what. That's like one of those Mandela effects, I think. Somebody had an eye patch somewhere. Oh, what is this?
Funny Figs, that's the Funny Figs' favorite section, just because of how hard and loud my kid laughed every time Baby Yoda got near those eggs.
Yeah, it's like time to eat these again. Time to eat these eggs. Fighting Major Kira. Was it the same actress? Because I was kind of getting some kind of vibe. Like I was like, I feel like I know this character or this actress, but I can't place it. Attack of the Killer Tomato.
Ooh. Slimer from Ghostbusters. Is that maybe Slimer eating like a pizza?
I mean, Slimer does eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
So we could make it work. I don't know this character, but I'm drawing it because he's funny. What's up, John Y? He's got like I can't tell if he's just squinting or if he actually has like a busted up eye. Got a big old mustache.
Ooh, I like that one, John Y. Request Garfield eating lasagna.
Yeah.
When I read the Saturday morning, where all the newspaper, comic strips as a kid, Garfield was always my favorite.
Yeah, Garfield was good. I'm trying to remember. I used to do that same thing. I would steal the steal the funny papers, right, from
Yeah.
my my dad who would read the newspaper. And which one did I read? I mean, I read all of them because it's like, oh, it's. I mean, a lot of it was dumb, but I read them all. I remember
Yeah.
being like, I don't understand this Dilbert one. I mean, that one came with adulthood. I was like, oh, this is the best one out of all of them,
Larry is
actually.
more of a Heathcliff fan. The one I really enjoyed was, oh man, mind blank. It was like a teenage kid, and he ended up getting a VW bus out of high school and restored it. And it was like it was one of those ones that you can like actually track the whole story.
Oh,
Where you
I
actually like the story continues from week to week or day to day.
this tomato's not big enough, so I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna keep the face. Jeff knows what's up. Um,
Oh, and then Fraz was another good one. I actually have Fraz was the like he's a high school janitor that rides a bicycle, and actually have him as a mouse pad.
oh wait, Hagar the Horrible. Right, there's the
Yeah,
Viking guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, let's see, that was one.
Oh yeah, Hunter Hill. Yeah, I think it was it's.
Oh, you know which one I liked? The non sequitur one. You know that one?
Oh,
It's called
maybe.
non sequitur, and it was just like nonsense. But I like that one. And then I had a little stint where I liked Zippy the Pinhead because I was like, these are ridiculous. But something about it, like I used to hate it. I was like, I do not like this Zippy the Pinhead guy. And then I kept reading it every week, and I was like, all right, something about this is amazing. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on
Yeah, yeah,
it. Do
I
you?
did. I remember non sequitur.
Yeah, non sequitur. That one
Yeah.
was as a kid. I remember liking that one. Nick, do you know who this, or any, I guess, Killer Tomato fans? Do you guys know who this character? Is this actually a notable character?
I have never seen this. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Attack of the Killer Tomato. Non sequitur equals the Far Side. I guess that was pretty. That's a pretty
Yeah.
accurate analogy. But yeah, I liked that one as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I read Family Circus, but I don't know. It was just there. It was like, yeah, he's trying to. It's like the moral of this story is. Canadian Pop B says, "Wait, of all the movies you've seen, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes."
I have not seen the movie. I've seen the cartoon. I have not seen the movie. I've only seen the cartoon. And I'm having difficulty remembering a lot of it right now, but I did remember watching. All right, there we go. I don't know what this character is. It's just one of them. It's just one of the Killer Tomatoes. Absolutely, Joey. Forever. I get like 2 or 3 of those a day.
Yeah, I stopped answering unknown callers. So if you call me, either text me or leave me a voicemail, so I know, because otherwise I won't bother.
Hello. This is a courtesy call. Did you know your factory's vehicle warranty is expired? That's weird.
That's weird because I have a 2000 year truck that has more miles on it than you would think possible. I have 340,000 miles.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, the thing that makes me so mad is how, I mean, it works. It works in scamming so many, like,
Oh yeah.
Usually older people, because they don't, they're trusting. It's like,
Oh yeah.
it makes me very sad and angry. All right, let's pick another one. Let's see. We got some good stuff in here. Garfield eating lasagna is a good one. We did Garfield actually just last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago when we did comic characters. We just did Garfield. Slimer, Cookie Monster is a good. Oh, Cookie Monster is a good one. Let's do Cookie Monster. 11:05. Cookie Monster. Where did you go, Cookie Monster? There you are. There you are. Yeah, I have a landline too, Doc. That's where I get most of those stupid calls. It's just because we have it with the package that we have.
Larry says, "How old are you, Doc?" Doc's pretty old. Not that he's old; he just knows a lot. He's old,
Right.
old blood.
Let's see. Cookie
I had a
Monster.
landline for about 2 months. I had it for my TiVo because the original TiVo Series 2 had to dial in to get the TV guide information. And then once they released the update to allow it to go on the internet through the network, I canceled my landline.
Yeah. Yep. Totally makes sense. I mean, we don't really have a reason to have one. We just have it because it's with like the package.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Anytime you go, especially like we've had AT&T forever, like probably 20 years. And anytime you go in there and you try to take something off, you'll always end up walking out with adding services. Always. Like maybe it's just me, but I always end up leaving with more stuff. Like I'll get rid of the stuff I went in there to get rid of, and then all of a sudden I have new things.
Yeah.
Dang it.
So for me, the getting the phone option is always more expensive. So I end up like the only services they end up adding on is like, oh, we'll give you a year free of HBO or whatever, and so I'll do that.
Yeah, forever they tried to get me the whole like TV. They wanted to add the TV because they have like DirecTV now. I think AT&T.
Oh, AT&T, yeah, they do. Yeah.
And forever they tried to get me on that, but like I legit lived. I don't think I live anymore in an area that wasn't serviced, but when they first started trying, I went through the whole thing with them, and they couldn't do it because I literally lived in an area that wasn't serviced by DirecTV.
Do you have internet through them?
I don't. Not anymore. I don't think.
Through AT&T?
No, I still have them for my cell phones and the landline. That's it.
Oh, really? And they give you a bundle between the cell phones and the landline?
Well, because see, that's like a remnant from. I don't think it's a new thing. I don't think it's a good thing anymore. But like, it's been something I've had for so long because it was part of the deal once upon a time, and it's just kind of kept with me. I have Frontier now for internet, and internet and cable TV.
Oh, so is it coax?
Yes.
Is that a recent development? Because I know you had internet issues years ago.
Yeah, recent as in 2 years, I think now.
Okay. So did that help?
It made things cheaper.
Okay. but your internet service quality is
about the same. It's about the same, I would say.
Okay, I'm just curious.
But yeah, they came by. They did one of the whole like coming by my house, which I'm always like, what are you doing?
Right.
And it's very difficult for me to like. I'm just not. I don't know. I can't handle that kind of stuff, so I usually break down and get whatever they're throwing at me.
Well, I usually just say, "No thanks," close the door, and then I feel bad for saying no.
Yeah. I know, right? But see, that's it. But they're one of the main reasons why I ended up finally going and buying one of those no solicitor sign and putting it on my door, because I get so many of them. And it's like everybody from like kids selling me magazine subscriptions to, trying to get me on a new cable plan, or trying to set up satellite TV, or power wash my windows, or can I, plow your driveway? Can I clean your gutters? Like, anything that can be sold at my door has been tried to be sold at my door.
Wow.
And I'm like, can you guys please stop? I've had many, 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 many Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm like, please stop coming to my door. Please.
My neighbor has a sign that says something like, "Do not knock, dogs will bark." Like, "Do not knock, day sleeper, dogs will bark, they'll wake me up and I'll be mad," or something.
And I'll be mad.
And it probably has something, a swear in there or something like that. And he had some kid during Halloween. They had the front door open and the glass door closed. And some kid from Halloween was just standing there. And Chris finally opens the door and he's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, I didn't want to ring the bell because your sign says the dogs will bark." And it was Halloween. It was like, no, it's okay today.
Jeff says I should open my door naked.
Yeah, that would. He'd probably take care of the Jehovah's Witnesses.
It's just weird because, especially with Jehovah's Witnesses, I mean, I'm not going to dive into all the religious stuff, but I like it's weird because the approach in the conversation doesn't allow for you to say no, really. Is what I noticed, because they're like, hey, do you have a few minutes to talk? I'm like, okay. It's like,
no, right there. You say no.
I mean, I guess
I'm
so,
working.
but it's just like, I mean, so many times where they're like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm a practicing Catholic. I literally go to church every Sunday.
Oh, apparently Jeff knows this from experience. That's the way to.
No, that's how to do it. Oh, okay.
To do it.
And I remember saying that one time when they were by, and they were like, oh, but we're not asking you to change your religion. I'm like, okay. I mean, I feel like you are. I feel like that's why you're here.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, that's not at all. You misunderstand. That's not why we're here. I'm like, okay.
Lindsay says we have a no soliciting sign that says a lot, and at the end it says, unless you're selling Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, that's okay. That's always okay. But we don't. That's actually the one that don't come to our door. But we don't ever get Girl Scouts coming by. They're usually set up like outside every place, like the mall.
So are you still getting people coming to your door like this past 12 months?
No, since I put the sign up, I did have. It was kind of awkward. Like I had like a couple more people stop by, and they were like, it was like uncomfortable because I'm like, did you just literally ignore the sign, or? And then it finally stopped.
So well, Canadian Puppy has a good point that like I had a canvasser the other day, and I just looked at them and said, "What are you doing canvassing during a pandemic?" They were speechless, so I closed the door to let them think about their error. And that's a really good point. Like you really don't want to be canvassing during these times.
Papa B just slowly closing the door. Just want you to think about what you've done.
Yeah.
I'm cracking up thinking of that.
You think about the errors of your ways.
Oh my goodness. please reconsider.
I haven't really ever had a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses come to the door. I used to have a big problem with the LDS church, the Mormons coming to my house.
Yeah.
Because I was raised Mormon, and they would even, and it even went so far that I was traveling for work, and they would come and bug my husband. Yeah. And and they know, like I've told them, like, hey, yeah, I'm gay, I'm married, blah blah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, whatever, and they just keep coming. And the thing is, I moved states. I've moved states twice since I was a kid, since I left. Turns out my sister gave them my address.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, thanks, sis. So I finally I had another ex-Mormon friend that said, here's what I had to do. And I did the same thing. I sent him a letter and said, I am no longer interested in being part of your church. Delete me from your role, your database. And I realize this will, what this means to my soul. But, and yeah, like they literally, like if you're deleted from the database, you're self-excommunicating and you're damned to hell, basically.
Look at Ghost Trick and Talking. Chad says, I just tell them I'm a servant of Satan and they turn around.
There you go.
My goodness. Papa B wasn't mad. He was just disappointed. All right. Let's pick another one. I think this will be our first colored one, probably. Because, yeah, for sure. I would run and hide in other rooms, Joey. All right. Let's pick another one. What do we got?
You got about 60 of them.
There's good stuff here. You guys have a lot of great suggestions. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can do Duff beer from The Simpsons. That's not a bad one. We can get back to like a food thing versus like a character thing. 11, 13.
So I saw.
Here we go. Maniac for Bricks. Put that on the screen. Yeah, I saw that too.
You saw it too?
I'm sorry. I don't even know. Who am I talking to?
I don't know.
I was I was like just randomly. I read the comment in my head and just. So yes, Doc, I saw that too in the stores. Yes, jeez.
There it is. Yeah. So yeah. I wanted to make sure I was actually.
Come on, Kevin.
So I was in Detroit for training, and we went to like this. I don't know. We went to a mall, which was totally crazy dead, of course. And there was a store in the mall.
When was this?
Huh?
When was this?
Last week.
Last week. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I was in Detroit last week for training.
Gotcha.
And
right.
so we went to the store in the mall, and they had a Duff energy drink,
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
and it looks just like the can of Duff.
And they've had the beer for years, right? Like for years, you could get the beer in like the bottle. And I've heard that it's, I don't drink, but I've heard from people that do drink that it's disgusting, and that you just get it because it's branded. That's why you get it. Because even though I do not drink, I've had my share of business meetings that happen to end in bars during conferences and stuff, and I awkwardly sit there while they drink. Like, all right, this is where we are now. Shall we discuss the toy industry? I think this should be taller. Probably. Let's see.
No, Larry, you said that earlier too, and I didn't realize that's a suggestion because I have no idea who Larry Boy is.
Who? Larry Boy.
Larry
I'll
Boy.
have to look it up. I don't know that.
Yeah. It's a VeggieTales character. That's why.
There we go. There we go again.
Yep. Did you mention this while I was looking for my photo? Canadian Puppy said, "Oh, Kevin, did I ever tell you my Mormon story?"
I don't think so.
I don't know it either. I'm interested.
We are ready to receive said story.
No, Lindsay, I was not excommunicated. I left and sent them a letter saying to delete me from their database, basically.
Here, Duffman. Oh yeah.
Oh, Larry says it's Larry the Cucumber's superhero alter ego.
Oh, does he have like horns sticking like out of his ears?
No.
I thought something.
Yes, he does. He has
Okay.
plungers.
Yeah, that's
plungers.
That's it. There we go. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me. Duffman. Not closer. Farther away. I think I'm gonna do a glass next to it. Let me shrink it though a little bit and fix it. Everything's usually a little crookedy. I don't like that. One of these days, I will be drawing and seeing what I'm drawing as I do it, as opposed to looking up and drawing down.
One of these days.
When I make the big bucks.
Need to, what's it called? A crowd fund?
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to get you one of those.
It would help. I mean, I've gotten used to this, but it's just so anti, like, this is not how you draw.
Right.
This is not what you do.
Oh, well. So Lindsay's saying that she was never even baptized Mormon, but when they come to the door, they still call her Sister Card, which is her old last name, and she hasn't had that last name in 11 years.
So interesting.
Yeah.
And kind of scary.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have an excellent, database and everything else. So
all the tools they need.
All the tools they need. It's crazy.
Let's see.
What I don't like is I did Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
I did the DNA test for myself and my mom, and because my dad was Mormon as a kid, so I come from Mormon heritage, and Ancestry.com is actually an LDS owned. It's not owned by the church, but it's owned by someone who's a member of the church, is my understanding. And so they share databases, and so it like comes up and says, "Oh, well, you're a part of the Great Mormon Migration," and I'm like, I really don't care. And I guess that's part of my heritage, but it's also like I'm just looking at my genetics. I don't, want to really know about that whole sub thing.
It's a little different.
So yeah, Doc, you're right. The overloads on my DNA now.
Pretty much.
Okay, so Canadian Papa B. So I was having friends over to play poker. My parents just given me an old oak coffee table of theirs. I needed to move it to my living room from the main entryway. Going from linoleum flooring to carpet, it got stuck. So I had to pull real hard, pulling the heavy table into my big toe. Lots of pain, but no blood. And then I touched it. Tons of blood. Doorbell rings. Think it's my friends. Wrapped foot in a towel. Go to door. It's two Mormons. I thank them for their time, but explain what I've just done. And one of them looks like he's going to faint when he sees my foot. The other asks if he needs to call 911. I tell him it's fine. I'll deal with it, and I send them on their way.
It's fine. I'll deal with it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean it's funny too because you'll. Oh, he says I probably traumatized the one for life.
Probably.
I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't say like, oh, they came in and bandaged it up for me and.
Yeah, they like set up a whole like hospital bed for me.
Oh, I'm a Boy Scout. I know I can help you with that. And,
I got all this. Don't you worry.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean they're and because the missionaries are really nice and they'll most of the time they'll go out they don't care if you don't want to listen, that's fine, but if you want help with like, hey, I need help moving this poker table, can you guys like, no, I'm not into your church, but you guys have a minute real quick, you look like you're young and healthy, maybe you can help me move this table. They would absolutely agree and move the table and be on their way and not care about like, oh, we didn't get to teach them whatever.
Yep. See the stigmata.
I didn't even realize that we seeped into the color section here.
Yeah. Yep. Literally right now at this exact moment.
Yeah.
At this exact moment in time, we have reached the halfway point of today's program.
Yeah, Lindsay, I wouldn't be surprised if we're related either. I have 5 siblings. My dad had 5 siblings, and all my dad's sisters all have lots of kids. And so like I go on Ancestry and they're like, we found a new match. And it's like a first, second, or third cousin that I've never heard of and no idea who they are. And
Oh, what's up, Gator Bricks? Hello. I've never done that. I did I didn't do it. I got the, 23andMe? I got that as a gift from my wife one year.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like, I really want to do one of those as well, like a 23andMe, and compare them.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was pretty interesting. She was she had a lot more Native American blood than she realized.
Oh, that's cool.
It was quite a bit, and she ended up doing a little bit of research to see if she could try to trace it back. And I think as far back as she could get with like her grandparents or great grandparents or something like that, was that the tribe literally no longer exists anymore.
That's still impressive that she got that far.
Yeah, because that was really interesting that she found that out, and then she was talking to other people, and they were like, well, if you can verify all this and trace it to the tribe and all that, you can like, I don't know what the term, you can register.
Yeah,
have stuff available to you.
Yeah, it opens up a lot of benefits. It really does. Like for your kids, they can get scholarships and stuff based on it.
Yeah. And so she was trying to do that, and apparently it was a dead end after a while.
Oh.
What's up, Alyssa? This is a Catholic chat.
Papa B says, I did a DNA test which led me to lost family members, but I kind of regret it as they were grizzly. Or Ghost Freaking Talking. So when there's a glitch and your DNA matches up with a cold case and you get sent to jail for bad DNA handling back in the day.
That's a bear pun. Unintentional or intentional, it is a bear pun. If you were kicked out of it, yeah, it's not a Catholic chat. Let's see. I want to kind of.
Oh, Larry was. He says, little known fact. I was a Catholic youth minister for 3 years.
That is kind of a big little known fact.
That is a big little known fact, and I could see it.
He's got the like that calming, demeanor that would do well, I think, in such a role. Okay, it does get darker on the bottom. Let me do that. McRib is a good suggestion.
Well, I saw that there, and I didn't even realize that was a suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah, that is actually not bad.
It was typed in there, I guess, because there's like it wasn't a big M and a big C, so I didn't really read it as McRib. That was like an acronym.
The branding was off for you. You're like, this doesn't conform. Yeah. This doesn't conform to the branding. That's funny. Oh my goodness. What's up, Dumour7242? Hello, welcome. And Brickman Mosaic Arts, hello, welcome.
Yeah, Lisa, no, I just post McRib all the time.
Just like a natural, you know. I mean, who doesn't? I don't think. No, I think I have. I think I've tried it once in my life, the McRib, and I was like, this is gross. All right. I did it. Done. And done.
Oh, wow.
And yes, Vazoom is a minister right now.
Yep. I did know that. So yeah, Canadian Papa B says, side note, I hated when school would ask me to make a family tree. My dad is the first of 6 kids and my mom is the middle of 13.
Yep. Yep. I know how this goes. All right, here's our Duff beer. I'm gonna scale that down a little bit and move it aside so we can start another one. C is for cookie.
So topic change. How's the temperature in your house or in your neck of the woods?
Freezing.
Yeah.
It was 5 degrees outside.
It was 5 degrees outside when I woke up too.
Look at that. Look, I mean, the world's a small place.
It is.
Okay, let's see. McRib is not good.
So my friends live up
I had McRib yesterday.
From here.
Well, we're going to do this McRib because it's funny, because it's also causing a debate. So we shall do this.
I don't know what a McRib looks like. I never really ate McDonald's.
Oh, you're fine.
I know. When it's so funny because my boss will like, he'll be running late coming in or whatever. He usually tries to get there same time you do at 6. And so, even though he doesn't have to be there at a certain time, he's still like, oh, I'm late. Here's sandwiches. And he'll swing through McDonald's and get, egg and cheese McMuffin or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, here, I got you this one that doesn't have any cheese in it. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And I really appreciate you going out of your way and remembering I don't have cheese. Or I can't have cheese. And it took me a while, but I finally found the McDonald's allergy menu, and it was like an egg and cheese McMuffin, right? Or egg and ham or something. The only thing that didn't have dairy in it was the ham. It's like the eggs had milk in it, the bread has milk in it, the bread's buttered.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, no, can't do it.
McRib is a pressed meat patty, indeed. It's weird. It's 5 in where Nick is too. That's kind of crazy. It's probably not.
It's the whole country's in just a big cold snap. So the reason I brought it up is, well, you remember my friend with the ducks, right?
Oh, I will never forget the ducks.
So they live in the mountains, and so in the mountains you don't have like natural gas service. You have propane gets delivered to your house. And you have to fill up your propane tank. You have like a big giant tank. They ran out of propane.
That's not good. That's not a good time.
Their furnaces and their hot water heater don't work.
Wow.
So luckily they have a wood burning stove, and so they're heating the house with that. And then I gave them. We had 3 like temperature controlled heaters, electric heaters that we gave it to them to use. And so normally, like I'm sitting here in my basement, and I have the heater on in the house and everything. But normally this corner that I'm in is like it's kind of not in the heat area.
Yeah.
And so normally I have like a space heater here, and they have my space heater, so I'm cold.
Yeah. So I was telling, so I had Brian and Steve over at my place last weekend, and I was telling them that my space heater that I do, and it's right here, it's next to me, but I had plugged it into the like surge protector thing.
Oh yeah.
And I guess I was ill advised because I think 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago during the stream, the plug started smoking.
Oh.
Not the machine, not the actual like the device. The device was cooking, it was going, but like the connection between the surge strip and the socket started smoking. And you guys I didn't even stop talking. I just kept going forward. But I unplugged it, turned it off, never missed a beat, kept talking.
Nice.
And so I haven't turned it back on since then. What's up, Sans? But I am cold. And obviously,
if it was a plug to the surge strip, it's probably just a surge strip, and the heater's probably okay. But with it pulling that big of a draw, it might not be good.
And so I just haven't. And of course, as I sit here, I get colder and colder and colder because I'm not moving.
Because you're not moving, yeah.
And it's like, it starts to get to that point.
That's where I'm at. So that's why I brought it up, because my toes are cold.
Yeah. But hello, Sans. Nice to see you. It's been a while since we had a Sans sighting in the stream. Oh, my chat stop scrolling again. Stop doing that.
Well, if you see Sans, you're not that far behind.
But yeah, it was kind of funny because like I didn't miss a beat. I was impressed with myself. I'm like, they didn't even know that my house almost just burned down. I was like, I'm just gonna keep talking. I think Jeff was on the stream that week, and it was just like I just kept going. Nice. I didn't say anything. You
just stopped drawing for a second.
I just stopped drawing, but I kept talking, and I turned it off. But I have not turned it back on since then.
Yeah, like I said, with it pulling that big of a load, either you had it on is that the power strip you always use for it?
Yeah, always. And
okay, then yeah, it's probably a bad heater.
Yeah, it's old. It's super old.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, here's this McRib. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I can't ban him at the moment.
So does a McRib have rib bones in it?
No, it doesn't have anything in it. I think it's all filler.
That they call a McRib. They formed into it.
I think it is all filler.
It's all filler meat that they put into a rib mold.
Yeah. Aren't you intrigued? What is your favorite fast food joint? Ken,
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, well, traditionally it was Jack in the Box, because the reason why I liked Jack in the Box so much as a kid was my dad would go there. It was the closest fast food to the house, and my dad would go there for a cup of coffee because we were a Mormon household and he couldn't have coffee in the house, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So yeah, so it was caffeine. It was against the rules or whatever. So he'd go and get a cup of coffee from Jack in the Box, and I would go along with him because usually I get a soda or something, or if it's lunchtime I get a burger or whatever. But the cool part about it was a major train line went through there. It was like three train lines, and then it had like a Y split that was a service line, and so I could sit there and like watch the trains go by from the Jack in the Box lobby.
Yeah, that's neat.
And so I loved going because I loved watching the trains. Imagine that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but then he finally got a coffee maker, and decided that the money was more worth it than the dealing with the church rule.
Yeah, I think my favorite I think my favorite fast food place is probably Five Guys.
Yep.
I love Five Guys burger. I'm not for like spending $15 every time, but it's fine. It's great like every once in a while, but that's probably my favorite. Joey says Wendy's is his. That McRib is as nutritious as the genuine article, says Bob. Let's see. Doc says, I got your dad to stop hating you. That's nice of you, Doc. I assume that's for Sans.
Yeah, Larry says McRib is a pork. like McNuggets or chicken.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
that's what I
it's
figured.
nugget part. It's the nugget.
Nugget part. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna color this now. It says
Yeah, now I mean it's hard because I don't really do fast food now because of the food allergies and
yeah,
it always upsets my stomach and stuff. I could do like things like Applebee's is usually, or I'm sorry, Arby's is usually okay. I do like In-N-Out, but only if it's fresh, and I can only do the plain burger. Um,
yeah.
So Larry says that Carl's Jr. jalapeno thick burger is his new crack. So I went to Carl's Jr. An interesting fast food story. I went to Carl's Jr. I think it was, and I was eating my burger. This was years ago, and I bite on something hard, and I like pull it out, and it's like a bristle from a brush, like a plastic, like a plastic whisker.
And everybody, that's when Ken became a multi-millionaire.
Right, and I showed it to them. They're like, I mean, the assumption is that it came from their like food processing plant, like when they cleaned the system or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I could have probably sued them for whatever, but
right,
I'm you know me, I'm not that kind of person.
It takes money to even do that.
Yeah. So they refunded our meal and made me a new burger, I think, or something.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was weird. It was like like a either clear or white, like brush bristle, but it was plastic.
Joseph Zawada, Five Guys with the Cajun fries. Yeah, Cajun fries. Zawada, Joseph, you know this. You got this, man. And apparently Nick says pickles are the worst thing ever. All right. Okay.
So Hunter Hill, the colorful pies from the Feast in Hook.
Oh, the colorful. That's easy. I can draw that. Oh wait, I guess they do.
The movie Hook.
Yeah, I guess they do actually show them at one. But I was gonna just like, draw nothing because they're invisible.
Oh yeah.
Like that was one time. What somebody asked for Wonder Woman's invisible jet, and that's what I did.
Right.
I just did nothing.
I was focused on fast food. I'm like, what is it? What is this restaurant?
Oh yeah.
Something like, I don't know.
Yep, I got you.
Another one of those times I didn't make the connection.
All right, now let's get the bun. Thank you guys again for watching. It says we got about 30 people watching, so thank you. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you are in a position to like the stream. Facebook, you can even do a different emotion. You can love it if you want. Make sure you do that. And if you're not already subscribed over on YouTube, please do that. Helps out me and my channel growth. And then if you're on Twitch, you can follow there too. That is an option that is available to you.
So Demir says, I can't stand that vegetable oil contains sunflower oil. That's what gets me most places. I actually like it because a lot of times it's soybean oil, and I can't do the soy. So I like when they use a non-soy based oil.
Sure.
Really? Ghost freaking talking says pickles are the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah. So I was talking about Joey's spicy pickle.
Yeah. Spicy pickle challenge.
Yep. And so my neighbor pulled out a jar of these like spicy pickles, and they're like pickle slices. They're not nearly as spicy though, but they're really good. I could just sit there and eat them, and it doesn't have that same like afterburn.
I was thinking about. I think actually it was one of these streams where I was talking about how as we grow older, our tastes like vastly change.
Oh yeah.
Like I think what I talked about on the last time was like how when I was a kid I would only eat cheese pizza and nothing else, and then I got older and I was like, cheese is like, I mean, it's not bad, but it's boring. I was like, can we put something else on it? And like with burgers, I used to be like meat and cheese only, and then I'm like, why is there no lettuce or tomato or anything on this? And like, it's just so interesting. Like spicy, I would never eat anything spicy, and now I'm like, can we throw some like red pepper on that or some cayenne or something? Like, it's so interesting how your tastes change, when you quote unquote grow up.
So I'm totally behind on the chat. Gatorbrick says, I opened a bag of Doritos once and it's full of paper towels. How in the heck does that happen?
They're like, here you go. Don't make a mess. That's pretty wild, though. That is insane. That's the stuff that no one would believe you. Like,
Demir says that they're the opposite. They're allergic to sunflower, so that's why they don't want sunflower oil. That makes sense.
I'm every time I think of the spicy pickle though that we give Brian, I'm always gonna think of Joey, and I'm always gonna think of Brian's text over his face saying "the face of defeat." That is what I'm always gonna think of.
Oh, I missed that. I always think of the doodle you made.
Oh yeah, go to his channel. Go to Brian's channel, and there's a video. It's not long. It's like 5 minutes or something, and it's me and Joey tasting the spice pickles at his studio.
So Doc says you gotta love the snickle, which is a Snicker bar inside a pickle.
That sounds
disgusting. But then is that the one that they also deep fry it?
Oh, that's why do you make it even worse?
Well, because they deep fry Snickers. I know they do that.
They do that, don't they?
I don't think I've ever had one, but
Jeffrey. Let's see. Almost done with this one. Ken, do you want to pick the next one, or maybe you have something you want seen drawn?
A bowl of popcorn.
Okay, we can do it. We have the tools to make it happen.
And of course, you wouldn't be able to notice the difference, but my bowl of popcorn, when I have butter on it, I have coconut oil.
Coconut oil. I've had coconut oil before.
Oh, and Gatorbrick says the paper towels are totally covered in Dorito dust. They sent me like 20 coupons for free Doritos.
Here's 20 coupons.
Please don't sue us.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like these days, please don't make an Instagram post.
Y'all are perverts, says Jeff. Jeff's the one. I love it. All right. McRib. Let's see. I do enjoy some popcorn at the movies. That's part of the experience. That awful popcorn that changes into the weird snake clown things, Nick. That was crazy. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
That movie was ridiculous.
Yeah, I definitely see that. What I did watch the other day, though, so on the plane, I had to watch something on the plane. So I watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I got into like the really suspenseful part, like almost at the end, and I was trying to watch it at the baggage claim, and I'm like, I can't watch this right now. I'm gonna throw my phone. Like,
oh,
like it's gonna startle me, and I'm gonna something's gonna happen. I had to wait until the next day to finish the movie.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's not family friendly.
Yeah, I've heard because it's been out for a long time, right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's definitely not a recent. Like, it's been one of those ones. Like, I'm like, oh, what's the big deal? And so finally, I'm like, oh, okay, that looks interesting. I'll watch it. And
right. Did you write popcorn
no,
in the? Yeah, throw that in the chat for me, would you? Brian is here. Brian has arrived. Yeah, that. Fuck me.
You know what an air puffer is?
I was just gonna say. I literally was just gonna say I can watch that when I go to the gym.
Yeah, don't watch in the gym. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a really good movie. It's about this girl and an older guy trying to find a serial rapist / serial killer.
Yeah.
And
is
so
Daniel Craig in that movie, or no? Daniel Craig,
is he the main character,
the Bond guy, or am I imagining that? Maybe I'm imagining. I don't know. I might be making it up.
Someone will, by the time Wikipedia hits it, someone else will.
What kind of bowl? What kind of bowl is this popcorn in?
Just a bowl.
No, not just a bowl.
What kind of bowl do you want? I mean, I usually use like a big red bowl.
We have like a big silver, like a silver shiny bowl is what we use.
It's a red plastic bowl.
Yeah, see, see, there we go.
Oh yeah. Daniel Craig's the character in there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it has rape, and it has murder, and it has
serious
torture, and yeah, it's not like there was
for the kiddos.
Not something for the kiddos. And there's a couple of scenes I'm like sitting in an airplane seat, like I'm gonna fast forward through this a little bit here.
Oh, dang, really? Okay.
I mean, I always feel, I don't know.
Do you have
Like,
a low tolerance for some of that kind of stuff?
well, I mean, yeah, like for me, I'm like, I really don't need to see that. And
Gotcha.
to like, I get the story without that, you know? And then also, like, I have a little old lady sitting 2 seats away from me,
Yeah, don't.
you know? Like, you need to look over and see what I'm watching and see, like, this girl having sex. Like, it's really, you
I have
know.
this little old lady. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
But yeah, that was my movie consumption of the recent. Now, for books though, I read. So when I left for my trip, I was at the airport here, and they have a bookstore in the airport, and I bought. I asked the guy like, "Hey, what do you recommend for science fiction?" And he's like, "Well, this is good, this is good, this is good." And then they're like, "This one's selling really well." And I'm like, I read all the titles and I read all the synopsis. And I'm like, okay, that one that's selling really well sounds good. And it was The Invisible Life of Audrey Lemire, something like that.
Okay.
And it was it wasn't science fiction, but it was amazingly good. So like if you want to download an Audible or you want to read a physical book, I highly recommend it.
Um, you go out of the Denver International, right?
I do.
Yeah, that was when I first. I mean, obviously, when I was living there, I flew out of there, and that is the bookstore there had a pretty big selection of comics, which was awesome. And at the time, I had gone to a bunch of other airports, and none of the other airports had comics. And that is where I bought Superman Red Sun from the Denver airport out of that bookstore. They had. And it was like one of my favorite comics of all time.
Nice. So was that the tattered cover?
I don't remember.
Okay, yeah. So Tattered Cover is a popular large bookstore here in Denver, and so they opened a secondary store in the DIA.
And that's a wonderful airport. I think it's just a really nice airport.
So, and I looked up the title. It's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So she's
Oh,
a French girl
gotcha.
from the 1700s, and she doesn't want to, she doesn't get married, and then finally like, you're marrying this guy because it's the 1700s, and you need to be a wife and raise kids, and that's the way it is. And
Nick's
so,
Nick's comment. Oh my goodness.
well, yeah, exactly.
Uh,
That's what I'm saying.
he was probably laughing.
Yeah, he's probably laughing here, and they probably looked over and sees it, and yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, it was. So she makes a deal, and with one of the gods, and she turns out she doesn't age,
Well,
and so
look at
she
that.
lives for like 300 plus years.
Look at that. That is how that's going.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Really, maniac for books. I don't remember the last book I read for leisure, if ever. So I own over 1,000 science fiction paperback books, or paperback and hardback, and I don't read them nearly enough. I try.
That
I try.
is,
My goal this year is to read one a week, and I'm up to one for the year.
I can't tell you how many articles I've read and like interviews I've seen from folks, older folks who are kind of near the end of their life,
Yep.
and they're always trying to bestow their wisdom and their advice. And I can't tell you how many of them say, read more, read
Oh yeah.
more. Like, I mean, it's like that was the main thing that kind of pushed me into downloading Audible, which I did like a year ago or so on my phone, is because no, I don't necessarily have the time to sit here and read because I am so incredibly busy. But I can listen. I
Yeah.
can listen to stuff, and so. But I'm like sitting there going, "There's got to be some." I mean, everybody, all these people who've lived these entire lives are like, "You need to read more." I'm like, "There's something to this," and I mean, there is a lot of really great stuff out there, and I think it is worth it.
So Demir, I have read Terry Brooks, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember what books. Um, they let's trying to I'm trying to see what their titles are to see if any of them pop up.
Is this the kind of air popper you have?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I
good.
was wondering if you would get it.
I just Googled it, and and they all look like this. So I was like, all right, I guess that's it.
So I use a website called Goodreads, and it tracks all the books I own and which ones I've read and that kind of thing. And there is one of his books in my list that says I own it, but it does not say I've at least not recently read it. But it doesn't track like the books I read as a kid and stuff like that because I don't have, I just did it from like this point forward. So it seems like it's more fantasy, and I tend to go more towards science fiction these days. But yeah, I totally like even Audible. I'd be fine, like I do that when I'm doing I'll do books on tape when I'm doing driving.
Yeah, that's a great when you're driving is the best.
Yeah,
that's
like
the
we
best.
listened to a couple of books driving to Randy's parents' house, and yeah, it works out really well. So like I could see that for like when you're working out and stuff.
Yep. It's just like, and there's also just like this feeling of like you're accomplishing more things with your time. I don't know. It's just like, hey, I'm enjoying this and it's great, but I'm also like, I'm driving to wherever my destination is while I'm also listening to some book. Like more of the whole, how many multitasking things can I do?
Nick says I never learned to read. Kevin, rub it in.
Yeah, sorry. He has mentioned that several times. Somehow he's pretty good at reading the chat sometimes.
Yeah, Joey, my dad was big into science fiction and fantasy, so that's kind of encouraged me to read when I was younger.
What color is the air popper you got?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay.
Yellow.
Wow. I would not have guessed that one.
Yeah.
That's an ugly yellow.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to remember what brand it is. I think it's like it's bought on Amazon. I can tell you. Really?
So tomorrow is my wedding anniversary.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a Presto Pop Light. So the new version's actually white with yellow accents.
Gotcha.
How long have you been married now?
It's at that time where I have to do math.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
At least you remembered the day. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Friday the 3rd. Well, it was Friday the 13th when it happened, and it was the day before Valentine's Day, as it always is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really planning because we eloped, so it was like that. Just was what happened.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. How many years is it now? I guess it's 20. Is it 20?
Huh. Fazoom says my brother roasts coffee beans in an air popper. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I forgot to mention it.
Yeah, so Nick says we're stove popcorn peeps, oil, pan, kernels, the way to go. So I tried that and I burned the pan. But also the problem is, again, like if I do like typical oil-based popcorn stuff, it's always soybean oil. So by doing the air popper, I avoid the oil, and then I can just add the coconut oil as I see fit.
Yes. Yes. Let's see. What's up? Did I miss someone? Haley. Hello, Haley. Sometimes I rely on other people saying hello.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I was trying to catch up on the chat, and it totally snuck by me too. So
it helps. So what is the theme for next week's stream? So to be honest, I probably should have done it today, but I was gonna do love as a theme for like Valentine's Day this month.
Oh yeah.
And so I think I'm gonna still do it, but I probably should have done it this week. Oh well. So it'll probably be love. That'll be an interesting theme to draw to. I kept thinking it was further away than it was. I was like, oh wait, oops, it's now.
We haven't gotten a request in a while, but Gator Bricks is here and says a Campbell soup can.
That's a good one. Very Andy Warhol of you. I want, yes, like that. Food is love.
Yeah.
Well, yes. It's part of the problem sometimes. All right. I think that's, we'll get on that one. Yeah. 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 55 bricks. Hello. Yeah, I'm thinking I was off a week in my planning on that one, but I think I'm gonna. I mean, it's still the same month, so I'm probably gonna pull through on it and just do it. It'll be after the fact. But so yeah, more than likely next week's theme will be love.
Ghost Freaking Talking says that's almost as bad as my work doing a Christmas party in the middle of January. That's not that uncommon because everyone's back, everyone's home, everyone's back to work or whatever. But like I was on site at a sugar plantation, and their production season is heavily ramped up all the way through the holidays, and so they do their like annual party in like March every year.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because that's the time that's when production slows down enough that they can actually shut down the plant and go ahead and have everyone there.
This Kitchen Commando hot dog guy is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. What is it's like he's got like a what even is this? I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe them. Gotta be the Chicago. All right, I'm gonna take a second real quick and run to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you guys stare at the McRib and the Duff beer, and I'll be right back. Let me turn this off, the comment off. Ken will take very good care of you while I'm gone for 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Dead silence for 2 minutes.
All right, I'll be. No one say anything. All right, I'll be right back.
I'm just trying to keep up with your requests here. Yeah. Oh, it's action figure line. Okay. Kevin got a tinkle. Yeah, he doesn't. He pre-games, but then he drinks 2 cups of coffee on Fridays. So, it runs right through him, I guess. You guys heard me say that there was no comments recently, or no suggestions recently, and you're throwing them in there now on me. Oh, and going back to the book thing, for those that were throwing out author names and stuff like that I couldn't keep up with, if you are on goodreads.com or you create an account on there, you can friend me and you can see all the books I have in my library and which ones I'm reading or have read or have not read. Are you sure next week's theme isn't Kevin going to the bathroom for like 15 hours? Yeah, no. Oh, cool. Lindsay is on Goodreads. So is that your name on there? Because I can just go on there and look for that right now. You guys can just sit there and listen to me clicking my mouse. Friends. Maybe if my internet loads. Okay, when my internet loads, I'll get there. Search my friends list, add a friend. Or send your own. Oh, I have to do an email. Name. No, name or email. So I can do. No, that's under a different name. It says it's under a different name. Can't find you. So we can send me a message or something like that with the email and or whatever, or I think there's a link you can do, and I'll do it that way. Or I can probably do the same thing here. Hang on. Maybe I can just do friends and do. Where's my?
All right.
Kevin's back.
I am back. My hands are really cold.
There we go. Here, I'll just do this.
The ISS water supply system. That's interesting.
There you go, Lindsay. You can click that and friend me.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. What's the next thing we're gonna draw? SpongeBob flipping a Krabby Patty is good. Let's see. Condiment King. That's not a bad one either. Chicago Dog. Oh, that's not bad. I guess we should do another. We've done a couple like.
Put the seat down.
Did I always do? I actually everything goes back down. Don't you worry, Chris. We close the lid and the seat. All of it goes down.
It's funny, like I always close the lid and the seat because
I don't want to sit there and look at it open.
And I've seen dogs drink out of the water bowl or out of the toilet bowl, and I'm like, and plus it's just it's just the way like it should be down. And
it should be down. Yeah.
I've had girls get mad that the lid's down.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's like so you have to lift it.
Let's see. Well, oh, you know what? We should do Waffle House.
Yeah.
That not every stream is food related, but Chris makes it pretty much food with Waffle House every stream. But yes, everything's got to go down. Let's do Waffle House real quick. I'm sorry, Jeff. All right. Let's see. What do I want to do though? I think I want to do. Well, let's see.
Wow, Lindsay has me beat. So I have like 2,000 books on my Goodreads account. She has 5,600.
Dang.
Yeah. So the cool thing too about Goodreads is you can actually click on the friend, and then you can click on. There's a compare books. There it is. Compare books, and it shows you like, what is it called when you have the two circles and the two circles overlap?
A Venn diagram?
Yeah, it has a Venn diagram, right? And it shows that out of her 5,600 and my 2,000, we have 17 books in common.
Wow. That's a lot of books.
Yeah.
I would say
all 17 out of the 17 books in common, half of them are the Harry Potter series.
I would say that all the elderly folks that have given their last parting advice would be very proud.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why I'm watching lots of videos on final people like, here's our dying advice. I don't know why that comes up. It's just like I do find like what they would have to say to be very valid. Like, what do you have to tell me?
Yeah,
and that was something that came up a lot.
In that advice column, like, yeah, you need to read.
Yeah, read more came up over and over and over again. Read more and like spend more time with friends and family.
Yes, Jeff, it does count. He says I have every Star Wars book on paperback and hardback.
Every single one?
Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars books, like way more books than there are movies. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm like every single
crazy.
one.
My dad really enjoyed the Star Wars books. He also had a whole Western collection that I did not share the enjoyment of those. You okay, Kevin?
Yep.
Okay. You're focusing on your waffle.
Yeah, I was focusing on trying to get these lines straight. Yeah. Oh, my reference photo went away. Don't you dare.
Looking for something to talk about. I mentioned the Goodreads thing, and I told him like, hey, you can follow me on there, and so I threw my link to my account on there.
Cool. Are those all books that you've read? Like, do you do audiobooks?
So the way I use Goodreads, I don't know. I don't do a lot of audiobooks. I don't know if I've listed them. I would be fine with listing them on there. But so the cool thing about it is you can actually do different shelves. So you can create your own shelf called audiobooks,
Oh, okay.
and you can shelve those books as audiobooks, and that way you know that, yeah. So I do have an audiobook shelf, and I have 3 books in it.
What are the 3 books you've done? Like, that's kind of cute. Like, you have
So
thousands, but 3
yeah,
are
yeah,
audio.
yeah. So the one that we listened to on the way to Randy's parents, which is they live near Vegas, so it's about a 16-hour drive one way. So we listened to half of it there and half of it back, and that was A Time to Kill
Okay.
by John Grisham. Extremely good book. I was pleasantly surprised and thoroughly enjoyed it. And then based on that, when I drove to Texas for work, I listened to The Rooster Bar, which is also by John Grisham. And it was more of a novelette, like it was a little shorter. But I thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. Not like one of his big epic novels, but it was a good listen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the other one I have listed on there is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and it's actually the Philosopher's Stone because I listened to the British version of it. And I actually have all 7 or 8 whatever Harry Potter books on audio. But I that's the only one. I guess that's the only one I listened to. No, I've listened to them all, so I didn't bother listing them out as being audio. Because I remember listening to them all. But yeah. And I do have a couple others actually right here in front of me. Like I bought at Costco. I bought like this one about I have another or I have a Michael, how do you say his name? Christian? Anyway, called Dragon Teeth.
Yeah.
So it's about, I don't know, it looks like a historical fiction. I don't know.
Nick's like, you
so
nerds.
it's still in the wrapper. I have no idea. And then I have another one about like mythology somewhere. I don't see it up here, but they both sound good, and they're both still in the Crichton, so they're both still in the wrapper.
Let's see here.
Oh, so anyway, I use them for so my red list is only 226 long, whereas my all list is 2,000, and that does include a number of books that I have that are digital only. They're electronic ebooks.
Yeah,
so
like on a Kindle or whatever.
Yeah, right? About 700 that are on a Kindle style form. But the rest I use as a way to track my library. So that way, when I'm at Goodwill or whatever, I'm trying to buy a book, I don't buy the same book twice.
That's very handy.
Yeah, so I use it anytime I do that. I always check my Goodreads, see what I if I own it or not, and then go from there. So, and honestly, most of my science fiction books are sadly in boxes. So most of a lot of my my shelves, quote unquote, in the system are paperbacks. Box number 5 has 67 books in it because that's where they are. They're in box number 5.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
Just because I don't have, if I didn't have the Lego collection, I could probably put all my books on a shelf.
Yeah. Yep.
Set of shelves.
Two hobbies that could eat up a lot of space.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So no, mostly I use it to track what I own, but I do use it to track what I've read as well. I just don't read as much as I used to. And it's a combination of things. Like I realize it's like the streaming services have definitely, because like usually I'd lay in bed and read a book, but now I lay in bed and watch TV. And so that's a big part of it, and just playing games on my phone and stuff like that. And
yep. I hear you totally. I mostly just wanted to draw the sign.
Oh yeah.
Like that's really what I wanted to do.
It's very iconic.
It is very iconic. Adjust this; it's not centered at all. But I wanted to put like a little bit of the building back there just to give you some kind of, But I just wanted to draw the sign, but I felt like the sign by itself was a little meh. But we gotta have something going on.
Yeah, Nick says all you nerds and your movies on paper.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Hello, Shayna, watching over on Twitch.
So the other nice thing too is so the reason so Goodreads has a like a reading challenge each year. You can do a yearly reading challenge.
Yeah.
And so this year, like I mentioned earlier, I put it at 52 because I figured one book a week. And I kind of assume that with my job change and stuff like that, I might have a little bit more time to actually read at work. And it's not really worked out that way for me, but it's, it comes and goes. It just depends on day and the week and what things are burning down.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. What fires to put out today.
Yeah, I mean, I literally feel like I work for a fire department. Like I'm sitting there like yesterday. I was sitting there talking to you on Messenger, and
duty calls.
Quiet for an hour, quiet for 2 hours, and then electrician needed a blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, I gotta go.
Yep. Totally.
So, and it's like, okay, go put out that little issue, and then now we're quiet again. And then there's always like some maintenance stuff to do too. Like, firefighters have to do all their maintenance kind of things. And it's like, yeah, we have the same thing. We have things that we keep busy with. There's always something to do, but.
Yep. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you, Joey. And Chris says this is his new sig pick. Yep. That's funny.
It's definitely an iconic Zoom picture for sure. Because for Zoom, you go like what, every 2 or 3 days?
Oh no, every day. I'm pretty sure.
Every day? Every day?
I'm confident.
I didn't want to say every day.
I am confident saying every day.
Okay. Well, you're confident.
I think he was saying once upon a time that it was like there was a couple times he went twice a day or something.
Oh wow, no, that's not healthy.
That's not
I would
healthy.
go like when I was eating when there was a Waffle House near the house, we would go there like maybe twice a week.
Oh,
usually like once a week.
That's great. That's not.
Here says have a good stream. Have to go transport the minion.
Oh, see you later. Can I buy an A? Yeah.
Yeah. Doc says he mentions Waffle House every single time I see him anywhere on any stream.
Yes. Chris is literally like, my participation in this stream has led to this moment.
Yeah, and says their burger is really good.
He didn't deny how many times he goes. He didn't say anything about that.
What's that name? Shanna Clank says, I feel like or Vanna White. Can I buy an A?
You may indeed. I love when you see those images on when you're scrolling on social media that it's like the letters there's not many letters missing, but you're like, that can't be what I think it's. And then it's totally different.
Yeah, watching that show, I'm like, what are they trying to do? And it's like, it's just some random phrase. I'm like, oh, I would have never guessed that in a million years.
Yeah. I'm like, please don't tell me it's gonna say what my head says it's gonna say. Like, oh no, that's fine. All right. Okay.
Fazoom says my son got free birthday pie there yesterday. So they had to go yesterday for the free pie.
Oh, that's nice.
He has to go today because he's sitting here watching you draw it. So
yeah, now it's gonna be on his mind.
It's on his mind.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna do a little like tree action. The photo I'm looking at is like really, really, really early in the morning, so it's like the break of dawn is happening. I guess stars and stuff, which is kind of a nice picture. So I'm gonna kind of try to channel that vibe here a little bit.
I think that was the last time I was at a Waffle House. It was in that setting. It was
like really, really, yeah.
Yeah, it was like I was at a job site and had to drive like an hour to the job site, and the Waffle House was next to the hotel, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go and get and again, the dairy allergy. I'm like, well, I probably can't have a waffle, so I think I had like bacon and eggs.
Yep.
Colonel Lug says, unfortunately, my only experience with the Waffle House was watching one partially burned down in Maryland while getting gas across the street.
That is a shame.
Yeah, that'd be probably the most entertainment I've ever had getting gas.
What's up, Miss Tapcat? Hello, welcome.
Oh, I was trying to figure out how to say that. So Miss Tapcat says, my husband and I actually drove over state lines to go to a Waffle House. We were visiting my sister in Memphis, and we had to cross into Arkansas.
Nice.
And Jeff, how many times a month is your birthday for the free pie?
All right, there's our
Chris is confirmed. We never fear. We are going there for lunch. I love the food, but I appreciate the folks who work there and tip them well because they deserve it.
But you still, is it daily, Chris?
Yeah, but and the Waffle House always has great service. Like they're always great staff members. I find
that's good.
They're always super friendly and.
I'm definitely gonna have to shrink this because I feel like I'm eating up the entire rest of it. Yeah. Okay. So let's fix this real quick because I doubt this will be our last drawing for today. Shrink it down.
Okay, so if Zoom says it's not every day, it's not more than 3 times a week, or maybe 4.
Dang, it's a lot. I don't think there's any place I do even weekly.
Well, when you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's probably the cheapest place you can buy a meal.
Yeah. Oops.
Because that's the nice thing is they're pretty cheap. Like I think when Randy and I would get breakfast, it was like less than $20.
I've only been there once in my life. One time
really?
In my entire life, yeah, and that was with Hoosier and his family when I was in Tennessee. That was the one and only time, and it was like across from the hotel we were staying in.
Okay.
And he was like, "You want to go meet at the Waffle House?" And I was like, "Okay." I've never been there, so I guess so. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like life changing. I was like, okay. I felt like I liked the vibe more than anything else.
Yeah, it's a cool vibe.
I was like, oh, I'm kind of digging this vibe here, but like the food, I didn't get anything that was like amazing. I don't even think I got a waffle.
Yeah, honestly, I can feel like homemade waffles are better than their waffles, but you know, again, it's quick and it's inexpensive.
Yeah,
like you're running to work and it's like, okay, well, I don't have time to make breakfast, but I have time for waffles.
Oh, that's weird. Why is it?
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
What'd you do there?
Uh-oh.
Did you color the wrong layer?
Yeah, I did a weird thing. How am I going to fix this one? All right, I'll just have to merge them. That's fine.
So it wasn't that you colored the wrong layer, you put half the color in one layer and half the color in another.
Yeah, I did. I went all kinds of crazy on that one.
No, I got a text from Bricksmith last night. If he's in the chat, if you did not hear the news, he has a new baby girl in the household. So
Indeed.
Jump in the chat and wish congratulations.
Indeed, there's another member of the Pink Bucket Nation. And I swear you need to take a really nice photo of the baby nicely bundled in the bucket.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's good.
That must happen. That's a thing. It's like this will be the only time it's possible.
Yeah. You have to do it right away before she grows it all.
I think I messed this up. I don't think I can go. All right, let me undo a couple stages here. I can't. Having this on the two separate like that was a dumb thing to do. How do I fix this? I said I'm going to lose all this, but plus I can't. Oh.
Colonel Lug said that they reopened the Waffle House that burned down. That's good news.
How am I going to fix this? I'm kind of at a conundrum here.
Kevin's never going to pick for Zoom again.
No, it has nothing to do with.
What's a dual stream without Kevin messing up the colors at least once, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done this before. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this.
What's on your agenda today, Kevin?
That's fine. We'll have to start over. It's fine, everybody. We're fine. All right. So yes, I'm gonna run to the post office.
Is that the right layer selected?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna run to the post office so I can ship some stuff, and then yeah, a majority of the day, the rest of the day, is spent making the time lapse video for this stream, and then I'll make I'll pull out whichever one is like probably the coolest and do like a separate video, something like that.
How long does the time lapse take?
45 minutes to an hour.
That's a good chunk of time.
Yeah, and then yeah, I mean it's just all that kind of stuff. It's all the little admin stuff that eats up the time, and so I'll be doing that, and then if I get all that stuff done, then probably work on the next commission, I guess.
I do like your little mini series of like watch me draw this, and just like watching the Wolf House and time lapse by itself. That's always fun.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, the main goal with that obviously is to try to bring in new people,
right?
And it does work. Like if you just look at the views themselves, like look at all of those watch me draw videos that I have on my channel. It's not even in the same ballpark as every single other video I post. It's like, hey, look, take 1 minute and watch me draw this R2D2, and it's like 500 people have watched it.
Oh wow!
And it's like, hey, look at this time lapse of today's episode, and it's like 20 people have watched it.
Well, it's because it's only 1 minute.
It's only 1 minute. YouTube kind of puts it on its own little algorithm thing because it's a short, so it comes up on the main page for people. So yeah, I'll pull out whatever I think is like the kind of the coolest thing, and I'll make that time lapse. And that's again like another, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do that. It's not terrible. I've got a lot of these things saved out as templates and stuff so that I can, not eat up too much of my time. But even just like looking for music, I hate that like it takes up so much time sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It's like, let me go search the audio library and find a good song.
No, that's why like on my YouTube channel, a lot of times I'll just I'm like, I don't want to edit. I don't want to do anything else. I'm going to film it in one take. And, it might take me a couple of tries. I might do a couple of takes, but I film it in one shot.
Yeah.
And I don't have to splice it. I don't have to edit it. And I just film it and upload it and I'm done. And it's like, and then, I'll make a mistake. I'll missay something. I'll whatever. I'm like, I don't care. It's
what's this? Yeah. On the time lapse, like, what's that giant blob he's drawing?
Yeah. It's just a Wolf House.
It's just a Wolf House. It'll be worth it.
So I did find an app though for my phone that lets me splice videos together, and I actually used it to make that. Like I made a video. I think I uploaded to my Lego channel of the dogs like growing up. I spliced a bunch of the puppy videos together, and it kind of shows them growing up.
That's cool.
And it worked really well. Like I spliced together like 20 different videos or something like that. It was actually really easy to use and worked really well. So compared to like loading them on the computer and doing them on the computer or whatever, and it was, yeah. So I've made it easier, but it's
it takes time.
I've definitely gotten like I just don't care about the channel enough to edit it. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, Nick. Nothing more deflating when an unedited video gets a ton more hits than a well-edited one. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean most of my videos outside of the streams get pretty poor views. I mean, that's just how it has been for me for a while.
Yeah.
And again, doing the same thing and expecting different results is not going to get you anywhere. So that's why I keep trying other stuff. I'm going to launch a series of videos about challenges. I'm going to do some art challenges. That's what I've been talking about on Patreon. You're a patron of mine. So I'm going to be doing some shape challenge videos. So I asked for patrons to send like some shapes I could use.
I never did that.
It's okay. I was a little surprised because, as I've mentioned before, I'm usually worried that not a lot of people are going to submit stuff, and then I get like a lot more. This was the first time I really didn't get a lot.
Yeah, I'm like I was trying to work my creative mind, like, oh, what kind of shape can I submit? And then I just.
It's all right. It's fine. It's still going to be 7 videos, and that's 7 videos is essentially 7 weeks worth of content. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Look, there's a little
That'll keep you busy.
little shooting star for you. Make a
Nice.
wish. Make a wish, Chris. It's right there. There it goes.
Yeah, I get to go to the DMV because apparently, my license expired back in like November, and I didn't realize it. And they're, like they want you to renew online, and I tried, but it says my photo is too old, so I have to go get a new photo taken.
Oh, it's past the point.
Yeah, it's over 10 years.
Okay,
So.
there we go. So that's our Waffle House. It took a little bit longer than normal, but I messed up, so that's my fault. All right. What's up in production? Hello.
Chris says, I wish for scattered,
smothered and covered.
Yeah,
there you go. Let's see. We actually did do these dumplings up here in production in celebration of the Lunar New Year. Let's pick something else from the private chat. We still got tons and tons of awesome suggestions. Let's see here. Let's do Jeff's whatever that guy is. Where did he go?
So Jeff was saying that he just goes live. Like I never go live because I never know if I want to commit that much time to doing a video.
It's a different mindset for sure.
Yeah, it's like, oh, do I want to sit here for an hour, 2 hours, whatever?
Do I want
to go live? Yeah, do I want to entertain? Read the chat, like all that stuff. Like,
you have to commit. You got to put the time in there. Okay, so just to make sure this is a ridiculous hot dog man, and it's not the direction you would think he would be in, which would be I don't know, upright. It's like he's sideways. But he's got I don't even know how to explain it. I'll just draw it.
Just draw it. We'll be surprised.
Exactly. All right.
In production suggested cheesecake. That's a food that I miss right there is cheesecake. I enjoy cheesecake.
Oh, you know what's the best? Pumpkin cheesecake for me.
Oh, really?
Death. Because I'm a huge pumpkin pie fan. So when I like cheesecake, so pumpkin cheesecake is just like, oh no.
how do you feel about the season of pumpkin spice?
Oh, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
I don't mind because I don't do coffee and all this other, so it's it doesn't really affect me that much, I guess. But
yeah,
I guess I can see why people get burnt out. But I also enjoy pumpkin flavored. I make a really good pumpkin beer. I used to when I made beer.
Yeah, I do not at all get burnt out of anything pumpkin related. It just does I could take it. I mean, I guess I can't necessarily with confidence say that because I don't get the option to have it all year, but I feel like I wouldn't get burnt out of it because I enjoy it.
Shanna, you says you're one of those people.
I am indeed. I am. When I see the little sign in the Dunkin' parking lot where they're like, pumpkin's back, I'm like, is it really?
Jesse caved in. Making me hungry. I got pizza on the way.
Nice. I think this is his tongue. I think sticking out in the bottom here. And
yeah. So then the rest of my weekend I'll probably be helping that same friend I was talking about earlier. That's up in the mountains. They're moving. They actually have 2 properties up there, and they sold one of them, so they have to move all their stuff off the empty property. And
hopefully it's not too much stuff.
It's a bit, but the problem is a lot of it's outside. There's not really any inside. There's a garage that's unheated, and there's another shed that's unheated. But the problem is it's going to be it's 4 degrees today, and it's going to be -4 tomorrow, and whatever the next day.
It's just the worst time to be doing it.
It's the worst weekend to be moving stuff from an outdoor location to another outdoor location.
Yeah, I got you. I
think there'll be a lot of sitting in front of the fireplace and sitting in the truck warming back up kind of breaks.
Oh, sorry, I didn't. I know, Ken, you read that comment from Jesse. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Hello, Jesse.
Oh, I probably said the wrong name.
No, I think you said. I just didn't realize because I think that was Jesse's first comment of being in the stream today. So welcome.
I have a hard time pronouncing things. And like when Rick Smith texted me about his daughter and said her name, and I'm like, I was talking to Randy. I'm like, what is this name? Like,
Yep,
what's a
yep.
weird name? And because it's not spelled the way it sounds.
No, I don't think it is. Yeah, I mean, but it's not like that's the spelling. Like that's how
Yeah, oh,
that's how the
that's
name
correct
is spelled.
spelling.
But I know what you mean. Like this doesn't seem like this would match what I should say. Yeah, I know what you
Lindsay, it. So I was asking if it's snowing. It was this. Well, we had a dusting this morning, but it wasn't really like actively coming down. Maybe just a tiny bit. More like the air was freezing. But I'm down in the basement, so I don't know if it's actually snowing outside now.
mean.
Guess I can check on the camera.
Chris is like, I'm heading out to Waffle House,
Yeah.
and Doc says, "Say hello to the heart doctor for me."
Yeah.
So he's got like this like drill sergeant hat.
Now you gotta go get some.
And yeah. And this is accurate, right, Jeff? This is what you had in mind.
Well, I don't see any snow coming down, but apparently my mail is getting delivered to my mailbox too. I saw the mail person just pull up. So if you know where I live, you can go steal my mail because I'm down here doing this doodle stream.
It's time to move in, folks.
He's not paying attention. We know what he's doing.
We've been waiting for this one opportunity.
My phone's reminding me that I need to go help Larry Legend with some electrical work.
Oh.
But I already told him that'll be next weekend. But my phone was told to remind me this weekend.
My hair was freezing in the hot tub last night, says Larry.
Yeah. I got in the hot tub this morning, and I had my phone next to the hot tub playing music, and I had a full charge on it. But then by the time I was done, the phone shut off because it said low battery, because I froze the battery.
That is one of those bucket list items that I've never done in my life, but I've always like the whole like hot spring, hot tub, whatever, while it's like literally snow outside and freezing. Yeah. Like that seems like an awesome thing to do in like my life, but I've never done it.
I mean, like I have like little Bluetooth earbuds that are supposed to be water resistant at least, but I'll still put like a beanie on to keep them in place. Yeah. And like I start sweating with my little like light beanie that I have on.
It just seems so like crazy, but I mean, there's also, I guess there's a reason that you always see these videos of like.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's really nice, especially like when it's actively snowing. The problem is like if it's windy, I kind of nope out then because the wind is it's no fun. Oh, Larry lives near me, so he says it's currently flurrying. So there's snow flurries.
Flurries.
Did you see that picture of the grass fire that I posted last week?
Oh, a grass fire? No.
You follow me on Instagram? What the heck?
I'm pretty sure I am.
No, you are, but yeah. Yeah, there was a grass fire. Larry actually drove past it and alerted me about it, and it was in the like reservoir that's between our houses.
I was like, I think I would remember seeing a grass fire.
Yeah, it was just a picture of smoke. You can't like I could see the actual flames in person, but they didn't really turn out in the
I think if I recall correctly, when I drove to work one day in Colorado, I saw a grass fire next to the highway. And I was like, whoa, that's like just part of the highway's on fire. Yeah. And I called 911 on my way to work. And I remember that they had some like automatic questions that they were asking before they finally connected me.
Oh, really?
Like is this medical, fire, or a police? And I was like, fire. And like, it was only like 2 or 3 questions, and then they connected me, and literally the first thing out of the person's mouth was like, "Are you calling about the fire currently on highway whatever?" And I was like, yes, that's exactly why I'm calling you. That's
Highway 6.
and they were like, "We're already aware, thank you." I was like, that was kind of odd,
Yeah, well, a lot of people drive past it.
but it was interesting. This
Larry says that.
apparently is this guy.
Larry said that the wife ICNA'd the getting Bluetooth in the hot tub when they ordered it. I'm actually with the wife there, Larry. We have little speakers in the corner of the hot tub, and they kind of sit higher than the edge of the hot tub, and so the cover doesn't go down perfectly flat because of the speakers. It just has like a flap over that part. And I have icicles that grow there because the steam from the hot tub freezes and turns into icicles.
It's kind of amazing.
So yeah, I got the hot tub for free from a friend, or very cheap. And if I bought one, I would buy it without the speakers because of that. But yeah, grass fires all the time in Colorado, says Lindsay, because people flick their cigarettes out of the window during high fire danger. And yeah, even on low fire danger, like right now is low fire danger, and we had 2 wildfires in the same day. And yeah, it's crazy the number of people that throw their cigarette butts out the window in Colorado.
Yeah, I hate seeing. I mean, I'm not
I
a fan of smokers in general, but hey, it's your life. Do whatever you want to do.
But keep the butts to yourself.
But yeah, seeing like the flicking out the windows and stuff is always like, it's like just watching like, I mean, you're basically just watching someone litter. That's all you're watching. Like, all right. So that's happening.
So Larry said that fire that was between our houses was 500 acres. I haven't actually seen it in person because even though I drive past it twice a day, it's always dark. It's always dark when I drive past there.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, yeah, that's a fair point, Doc, about it's Colorado. Are you sure those are cigarettes and not blunts?
Could be.
Could be. It was so wild when I went back, that year that we met Ken when I was there.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, like everywhere I go, there's the smell of marijuana everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is wild.
And I honestly don't notice as much anymore. I don't know if it's the COVID thing, or maybe I'm in a different neighborhood now, like driving through different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But I did notice when it first got legalized, like I would drive through the industrial areas, and it'd be really strong because you can smell it. You can smell the plants.
Yeah.
That are growing inside these buildings, because they're venting all the because it generates heat, right? So they're venting all the hot air out, and you can actually smell the plants, and you're like, wow, who's smoking pot around here? And it's like, oh, that's just the plants. And every time I drove past that building, I could smell it.
Yeah,
so
we were
I haven't noticed that as much.
Just those couple days. I don't even think it was a full week. But I mean, our life was like convention center, hotel, some restaurants, and I went to the mall, and then we like walked around downtown or whatever. But like everywhere we went, I was like, it's like marijuana everywhere. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, Lindsay says you also get used to it, and that might be the thing. Maybe I've just gotten used to it, but I don't know.
It was really
so Larry
funny.
says that the Bluetooth speaker that he was talking about are actually below the surface, so the whole tub becomes a speaker. So yeah.
What? The tub is a speaker?
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is like mine, I tried them out, like it has like a car radio in there, it's like a water grade marine style radio. But I turn it on, I'm playing music, and I turn on the jets and I can't hear the music. So I have to turn it up loud enough to hear music over the jets. And it's so loud, it's like vibrating off the neighbors' houses. I'm like, yeah, this is stupid. So I just use the earbuds instead.
So of all the people watching, do you guys know this character aside from Jeff and Nick?
No.
This is like the most bizarre character. Oh man. All right, some brown boots and let's see. Nope, Jeff's all deflated. It's still getting drawn. So.
Oh, so I just Googled it. It looks like a Garbage Pail Kids character.
You're all uncultured, says Jeff.
Were you a fan of Garbage Pail Kids as a kid?
I'm not really a fan. I knew what they were.
Yeah,
But,
I
yeah.
used to collect the cards.
Some of them were a little too crude of humor.
They're pretty bad.
All right.
I could probably even find. I probably still have the cards. I probably have them like really close to me right now.
Thanks for the nightmares, says Gator Prince. Yeah.
I bet I could probably like sell my vintage 30-year-old Garbage Pail Kid for.
Yeah, probably. I would say so.
Maybe I was wrong.
Where's the yeah, this is all. It's just this is it.
I'll have to maybe next time I clean my office. Oh wait, that never happens.
Oh, bum 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 bum.
Yeah,
It's like
in productions, yeah, it's a garbage pail freak of nature.
It is really interesting. And his gun is like bright blue. It's really weird. It's like, make sure you know that this is not a real gun. Okay, I think that's probably, yep. All right, we got one more. One last one. What will it be? What will it be?
I told Randy that I shouldn't have given away all the space heaters, and he said, yeah, he was thinking the same thing, that I should grab our propane-based one. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to burn propane in the house.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
Oh, that's a good one, Doc. An apple with a worm in it.
Greetings from Apple World. I don't think anyone suggested anything from like any pizza, anything.
Oh, there was pizza was on there.
Was there?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this one. Can of Spam. That's a good one. Spam's a pretty funny one.
Yeah, Milan at 10:39 said Hawaiian pizza.
Oh.
I mean,
that
that
kind of pizza.
This kind of pizza. What are you talking about? It's a plain pepperoni. It's fine. That's great. That's good. That's my go-to. Meat lovers is a great one, or Hawaiian.
A heart-shaped pizza.
Oh yeah. I think I did see that at one point too. Yeah.
With extra pineapple. Ew. All right, we'll do the heart-shaped pizza. There we go.
Yeah, why don't you open that window?
Because I kind of feel like I should draw pizza on the food stream. That feels like it should happen. This will definitely be the last one. There's no way we'll have enough time to do another.
So I had the chat popped out, and I clicked on that link to see the Kitchen Commandos, and it like opened it in the chat pop out, and then I couldn't go back and undo it.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's super annoying. I had to reopen pop it back out again.
Make it cheesy. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Cy O'Connor? Welcome to the stream.
They're actual food fighters, huh? They're actual like little.
Oh, you talking about the link Joey? The one Joey's put in it? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know anything about this property. This is a good suggestion, though. You know, timely. Yeah, next week will be love. It's a little off of the holiday, but I wanted to do a love episode during February. So our theme next week will be love. So you guys can start planning your ideas.
Did you see that size in the chat?
The what? Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you.
You probably talked about it, and I was busy trying to fix my chat.
Indeed. Affirmative.
Gator Brick says, my 9-year-old is on a drawing tear lately. She's actually pretty good.
Nice.
Suggestions on what I should get her to practice.
Sketchbook for sure.
Yeah.
Sketchbook. Draw every day. That's about the best advice I could give you. Couple sketchbooks.
Yeah. Doc said that today should have been a Lunar New Year / Valentine's Day theme.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm on top of things.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget.
It's hard to pre-plan when you got life to get in the way.
Yeah, I have like a list of all like themes to kind of explore for the whole year, and I just kind of go through it, and sometimes I forget to like cross-reference, the calendar and all kinds of other stuff. Oh, you know what we should do? We should cut one of these out. That's what we should do. That seems like a good idea.
Take out a pie slice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. At first, I'm like, what is he doing? Like,
what are you doing?
But then I'm like, oh, I bet he's taking a slice out, like an actual, yeah. And then I'm like, that's why I was quiet. I'm like, I want to see what he's doing. I want to watch this. I want to see where he's going.
That was quite literally the best thing you could have said. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, pulling a slice out.
My page-a-day calendar this year is a National Useless Item Day kind, and today is Paul Bunyan's birthday.
Ah.
Or Paul Bunyan Day.
Oh, nice birthday.
Paul Bunyan Day.
Nice birthday. All right. So,
have you been watching WandaVision?
No, not at all.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not necessarily disinterested, but
and like when I first heard about it, I'm like, what is WandaVision? Like, what are you guys talking about? And I finally, saw the preview for it or whatever. And so if people out there are, Larry is saying to go check out Jesse Brick Galaxy's stream this evening, but it will be full of spoilers.
Yeah, it's like I really enjoy all the Marvel movies and stuff, and I have thoroughly enjoyed them, and I enjoyed following the storyline. It's just like that one in particular, I was like, okay, I don't really necessarily care about these characters, but all right.
Yeah.
I'll still watch it. I'm confident I will. I just wasn't in a hurry. Like, I'll get to this when I get to it. All right, I'm gonna put a little message on here. Happy Valentine's Day.
My sister sent me a Valentine. Like it was one of those like ones you would give to your kid, give out in class, like a little paper cheesy Valentine thing, and she mailed it to me.
And it said, sorry for giving your address.
It's actually the other sister.
Oh, the different sister.
But still, it was just weird. Like she's never done that before.
Yeah.
And randomly decided to do it this year. Like, all right, thanks.
Maybe inspiration struck somehow.
Yeah. So the Zoom says, Kevin, you really do need to watch WandaVision if you get the chance. Give it 2 episodes, and you'll be into the story, and it gets big as it goes along. The slow burn is good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have like a disinterest in it. It just wasn't really top of my list or something that I was like, oh, I need to, I didn't have that like drive that I have with like Mandalorian.
Right. And he further says this has big implications of where Marvel will be going.
Yeah,
Mandalorian, like, I was totally not interested, and finally I'm like, I'll watch an episode or whatever, and then it just like I was instantly hooked.
All right, so we got this. Now we can color it. Let's color the pizza.
His only sister, her birthday is on Valentine's Day. Talk about a princess.
Oh yeah, that's right there. Yep. Yeah, this is the I've talked about this for years. Those that know me and listen to things I say. But February is always like a three hit punch for me because I've got wedding anniversary and then Valentine's Day and then my wife's birthday, and they're all within days of each other. So I usually end up like getting everything planned out for all three at one time because it's
Yeah.
it's like, all right, like here, like I'll have it in the closet. Like here's the gift for this, here's the gift for this, and here's the gift for this. It's just like having it all ready, just because.
And you probably can't get away with like, here's the one big gift for all three.
No, goodness, the guy born on Christmas Eve wouldn't dare doing something like that. This counts for everything. Cheeseburger and paradise. Yeah, we'll definitely do another food stream, but it'll probably be next year.
It's kind of funny.
One food stream per year, I think is okay.
Both mine and Randy's birthdays are like 2 to 3 months before Christmas, and we both are like, yeah, here's your end of year gift.
End of year gift.
Everything. Well, I bought him a 3D printer. I mean, that's like 4 years worth of gifts rolled into one. You know,
that is a pretty big. That's a substantial one. That's a pretty substantial one there.
Although it's pretty freaking awesome. Like just random stuff that he's been printing is just it's so fun to watch and so fun to see.
What's the coolest thing so far that you, in your opinion, that's been printed?
Well, I mean, I really like my 12-inch tall Lego skeleton. It goes really well with my 8-inch tall Lego flower that Tanya made me.
Yeah, that's right. Forgot that.
But yeah, he's made like so when you print with the plastics, like the regular PLA that everyone uses, you can print that no problem. But if you try to use ABS, it smells bad, but it's also toxic. And so he printed his own fan shroud housing parts to like go from like a square fan to a round tube to hook up a dryer vent hose, and like all those parts needed for that and everything else to vent it outside. So he did all that himself. He actually, like most of the stuff we do, we just download from the internet. You can look up anything like Super Mario 3D print, and there'll be a download there, and you can download it and print it. I mean, everything's out there. So he actually he's starting to design his own stuff, and he like did these little number plates that he uses for something, and he made like a little holder for the nozzles because there's different size nozzles. So that's what number plates are. They tell them what nozzles in the machine. So he made like a little holder for the nozzles, and he made these. Again, it was something he downloaded, but he made these flowers, and they look like a rose. And he printed the flowers one color and the stem in green. So he has like white ones and orange ones and whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I made these for our moms." I'm like, "You can give those to any female friend we know, and they will be head over heels about it." And sure enough, he took like 3 or 4 of them down to the neighbor's house and gave them to each of the girls that were there because they're all nurses and stuff. And they were all like super excited about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he started. Oh, the one really cool thing, he found a website where you can take a set of coordinates and it'll download the topographical map of those coordinates, and you can print the topographical map. And so it's literally like when you're in, like you're at a national park or something like that, and you go into the visitor center and you're looking, and there's like this topographical relief map under glass that's like an actual 3D model of the area that you're about to hike in.
Yep.
It's that. He's doing that on the 3D printer.
That's awesome.
And so he printed it's like a 4-inch wide by 6-inch long wedge of this area that him and his dad and then his best friend all went hiking in and camping in last summer. And he printed that out and he painted it, and then he clear coated it, and it's all painted like it shows the river lines and it shows the green hillside and the granite topped mountain tops because it's above tree line, and it shows all that, and it's all really nicely painted and everything, and he's going to give it to his dad for his birthday. So, which
that's pretty cool.
I highly doubt his dad's watching this, so I think I'm safe with saying that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Yeah. He's like, "Hey, I just found this cool guy on the internet that does this show."
Right. Unless you're talking about Volkswagens, you're probably not here.
Nope, I don't have a Volkswagen.
That was really cool to like that. The topographical thing, I think, is pretty close to the top of my list currently.
That is really neat.
Here,
if I had one of those, I'd probably just want to print a bunch of video game stuff.
But yeah, I mean, it's,
I like take every item that's ever been an item in a game and be like, I want all, like, give me the Mario coin in real life. Like,
so yeah, and yeah, I mean, sure, like anything you think of, someone's probably already designed it for you. So I went to this robot training last weekend or last week to learn how to better operate, you know, the robots that we have at work, and I like everyone. Like I randomly will see these. So the company name is Kuka, and it's an orange robot, and it's just an arm. And I'll see random orange Kukas around. Like somebody had one at my old job, and they weren't even like they did the electrical drawings. Like they had nothing really to do with the robot. They did electrical drawings. I'm like, how'd you get one of those? And then like one of the plant managers at my new job had one. And I'm like, really? You know, I program these things and I don't have one.
Yeah.
It's just this little model robot. It's like 6 inches tall. And so we went to the training, and I'm like, so how do I get one of these robots? Because I was fully expecting, you know, you spend $3,000 on training, you think they'd give you one? He's like, oh, well, we used to have those available for purchase, but corporate made it so we don't have them anymore.
Let me tell you about that corporate.
Yeah, right. So I thought that was pretty lame. So I looked, I'm like, you know, I bet I can just 3D print my own. Sure enough, someone has the exact same robot as a file that you can download, and you can print all the parts and put it together. And it's still just a little 6-inch model, but now that they have that, I can scale that up as big as I can. So like I can only do 1.8 times or 180%.
Yeah. Because
the main arm won't fit on the print bed. But if I broke that main arm up into sections, I can obviously go larger.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Well, that's it, Ken. It's been 3 hours.
Nice.
Time flies when you're talking about food.
Yeah.
This is a pretty wild ride we went on today, but I expect nothing less. You guys never cease to amaze me with your amazing suggestions. We're going to take a quick tour so you guys can see everything, especially if you came in late, see everything we drew. And then we're going to wrap up for today and let everyone go desperately find food because you're all hungry now.
Yeah.
So we're going to start up here. This is our first doodle for today, which is just a cup of coffee. And that's got a Mr. Hinkle coffee brand. I'll make a better brand label later in the future when I have my own coffee brand, I guess. Then we've got some dumplings in a little container with some soy sauce there. So our little nod to the Lunar New Year. Here is a cupcake with a peanut butter frosting. Right, that was critical. Peanut butter frosting. Here is one of the killer tomatoes from the cartoon, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. VeggieTales were not drawn. They were requested a handful of times. Here's Cookie Monster eating some cookies. Here's some Duff beer. Here is Mrs. Buttersworth syrup with a plate of French toast and some sausages. I don't know how apparent that is, but that is what is there. We have got a shark eating a sandwich. That was for a new viewer watching over on Twitch, who also dropped a follow, so I appreciate that. Shark eating a sandwich. Here is a bowl of popcorn with an air popper right next to it.
Yay!
And we've got, what was the name of this guy again? Hot Dog Commando? Something like that.
Yeah, Kitchen Commandos.
Kitchen Commando hot dog. So there he is. We've got a nice little serene Waffle House. If you don't know who requested this, you're not in the stream enough. So there you go. We've got our heart-shaped pizza, which was actually a really good way to end, I think. Heart-shaped pizza for Valentine's Day. And here is the McRib. The McRib I might pull that one out as the single video, I think, maybe. We'll see. That one's like super pop culture-y.
Yeah, that's super pop culture. That or the Duff beer. The Duff beer would be a good one too.
Yeah, exactly.
Pizza?
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's it. Yeah, that's all of them. So there you go. That's all of our food. Yeah, the commando is the commando named Frank. Yeah, maybe. Could possibly be. Thank you guys again for watching. Remember, if you are watching on Facebook, you can hit the thumbs up. You can hit the heart. whatever you desire. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you're on Twitch, drop that follow. Thank you guys for being here and watching me draw a bunch of food-related ideas. Thank you to Ken for being here. Thank you for volunteering your time and helping all of them get their suggestions thrown into the queue. Anything special you want to talk about or share before we end?
No, I'm all set. I'm just gonna go shave so I have a nice driver's license photo and go get my photo taken.
Exactly. You're like, how do I want to look for the next X amount of years?
Right. 10 years apparently.
Exactly. And again, I mentioned it much earlier in the stream, but if you'd like to see another artist hammer out some of your ideas and suggestions, don't forget to check out my buddy Ray, who goes by Funny Figs. He is in the chat most of the time. He is doing his own art stream, I think on Sunday. So check out his channel if you want to see some more stuff like this. Other than that, we will be back again next Friday for the love themed doodle stream. No rating. Sorry, Doc. One day I'll be professional. Thanks again to all the patrons for all of their support. Thank you guys for making stuff like this possible. Patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. I do offer a lot of rewards and incentives to my patrons, and I try to post something every single weekend, so I am working on another post for this weekend. So lots of content there. Lots of appreciation for the patrons. Shake my head. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a lovely weekend. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And I will see you guys next time. See ya.